Now I'll show some stuff that we maybe you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
I have a lot of older hidden Disneys, hidden Mickeys, whole bunch of stuff that has just been sitting on boards. And I told Julie, I'm like, "You want to show this?" And she's like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and show that."
Oh, how
Yeah.
funny. I didn't even turn any music on yet.
I don't really feel
That's how fast this
I don't
is.
really feel targeted today. There's two Figment pins. That's not that bad. Like I have two RSPs for this thing, so one's gonna be number one on the one, and one's gonna be number one on the other one. Actually, the one's in mystery boxes, so I think it's just one of those where I'm gonna get some
It'll be
and
easy.
then trade multiple for that. I'll
We're
be
gonna
like,
be at the
yeah.
resort that day, that weekend, because we don't have tickets to the event, but we're still gonna go there and enjoy.
I mean, I'm either early or you're late.
Uh
I
oh.
mean, I think I'm on time. I do. So you guys gave me some topics to talk about, and of course, I didn't write them down.
Oh my gosh, they're on your
They're
phone.
on my phone. I'm on my phone
Way
right
to
now.
go. This is
Yeah.
what we get for going
So we
live.
get for going live early. Yeah.
This is what we get.
A wizard is never late. Um, yeah. So no, I was just like, why don't we go on early? Why not?
Why not?
Julie doesn't even have music on
I
yet.
know. Yeah, I'm
What's better than zero giveaways?
right.
Zero.
So
So let's
while
have a conversation
hang on,
about.
really fast though. I did put show notes so you guys can read it, but all of the offers that are turned on in the buy it now, I lowered those prices a lot drastically because
Mhm.
today's the last day we're gonna have any of those pins in the buy it now. So if you were bookmarking something that was in the bin, go in there now. It likely has its offers brought down. The grails are not though, but today is also the last day for the
Yeah,
grail pins.
the girls
So
are
if
gonna
there's
go.
something you want, you can do a payment plan on anything that's
Yeah,
over $50. So keep that in mind.
we're literally gonna pay all that out to the
Yes, and
person,
then we're
and
gonna take
we're
it
gonna take it
on
to the pin event.
Saturday to
I'm
the
gonna start working on books. I'm probably going to Epcot tomorrow. Spoiler alert.
he will
Because
be going on his own then.
well,
I will be
I won't be
packaging
going
up
on my
your
I won't be going on
packages.
my own because my buddy has a preview
Okay.
test track. So I
Cool.
might be going on test track. It matters if I'm there at 1:30.
The
That's the
buy it
time.
now is the little shop button that's on the bottom corner of your
Little
screen.
down there.
So if you click on shop and you can go to buy now, everything is listed in there.
Mhm.
There are offers turned on for most things, but the grail pins, the expensive stuff, offers are turned off.
And the reason why most of the offers are turned off, I'll be 100% honest. I normally would have the offers turned on. I had a lot of people reach out to me when stuff didn't sell, and they're like, "Hey, I'm coming to the event. Can you just make sure that that's in the cases when when you're opening up for the day?" And I was like, "Probably can."
Mhm.
But yeah, I will say this: the antibiotics are working. I'm almost out of them though, and I'm kind of scared because it's not like cleared up.
Yeah.
Is that normal? Like, is it normal that it's not 100% cleared up?
Yeah.
But I every once in a while, I'm fine. I went and I didn't cough at all the entire day, and then I just had a coughing fit here. I took a little nap. I had Fancy on my lap, and I took a nap, and like I had a coughing fit out of nowhere. Like I don't know if I was just laying the wrong way or whatever. Continue to work after you finish them. See, that's why I have you guys here because you're the best, and you answer my questions. I answer your pin questions. You answer my health questions. I appreciate you,
Doctor, doctor,
doctor, doctor, doctor,
doctor,
doctor, doctor, and doctor. Um, so the good news is you want to know, I love when communication is like this, when everyone's on the same page, right, Julie?
of course.
So we ran two shows for Once Upon a Summer.
Oh, yes.
So we ran these two shows for Once Upon a Summer. And I see like Summerly and I see
Go Pin
GoPin
Pro.
Pro showing these Once Upon a Summer event pins.
Yes.
And I was like,
We just assumed it was
I was like,
something
"Oh,
Go Pin
that's
Pro
that's
made.
kind of cool. They're doing pins. Yeah, okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's neat.
Then the
They're
doorbell
sprinkling them
rings
into package. Then the
Monday.
doorbell rings on Monday, and they delivered us Once Upon a Summer
Yeah. For you
pins
guys.
for you
For the
guys
special event
for the
that we
special
were
event.
running on Friday and Sunday. How
And Julie
lovely.
had packaged up and mailed out before they got here on Monday.
Yeah. My mailman was at the door scanning your packages when the UPS guy rang the doorbell
Yeah.
and dropped them off.
So like the Julie had already packaged up everything. It was gone.
So
Like our main show was Friday, but of course My other gripe, I can't wait to get the feedback thing because there's usually this
They always
feedback
have
thing.
feedback.
I gotta type up a little feedback of what worked, what didn't work. Number
Mhm.
one, somebody was giving away a $500 gift card while we were giving away a $500 gift card.
Uh-huh.
So spacing the shows out would have been great. Would have given you guys more of a chance to see some of these shows and have a better
Absolutely.
chance to win $500 gift cards. That would have been brilliant.
Uh-huh.
Number two, um,
50.
let us know
50 of these pins.
let us know that 50 of these are coming to us
Yeah.
so that we could have then held maybe packages back, and then on Sunday show we could have just sprinkled them into packages. That would have been awesome. Number three, when you send out the email of when our show's going to be, we had a show on Friday and a show on Sunday. They said we were having a show on Saturday.
How about that?
We didn't have a show on Saturday.
Communication is
So
awesome.
communication.
Yeah.
That's how it works, guys.
Yeah. So guess what your giveaways are for the
Oh,
entire show today, you
the
guys?
giveaways for the entire show are going to be Once Upon a Summer pins for you guys. So
Yes,
that's
brought
what's
to
for
you
you.
by Whatnot.
Brought
This
to you
is
by
actually
Whatnot.
really cute. There's a little
They're
like
very, very
little
cute. Yeah.
sunflower with the
Mhm.
Whatnot logo in it. So
They're very cute.
it's
So
cute. But that's gonna be your giveaways for the night. So
have at it.
you're welcome. There's
You're
50 of
welcome.
them. There's 50. I'm not doing 50 giveaways tonight, but there's 50.
But yeah, if you purchase something, we're gonna sprinkle them into packages also.
Yeah.
So so if you got a good shot of getting one. But
Oh.
we have 50 total. But yeah, no. So much kind of craziness the last couple of days. Um, we got to get through the pin event July 5th. Once we get through the pin event on July 5th, then we move on to where it might slow down a little bit, like just a little bit, right?
Right before our cruise.
Right before our cruise. Yeah. Go Tribe. But yeah, no, we're excited. We haven't been on a cruise in 22 years.
22.
22, that's my years we've been married, 26. So last time it was our honeymoon. But if you're new here, this is an auction platform. You guys are going to bid stuff to where you want it to go. I have nothing to do with any of this. Today is all dollar starts. It's all going to start at $1. If it sells for $20, it sells for $20. If it sells for $30, it sells for $30. It sells for $10, sells for $10. I'm just
No
here.
price shaming.
I'm no price shaming. I'm just here. You guys are going to take it to wherever you want it to go.
That's right.
So that's pretty much what it is. You're going to see a little swipe button at the bottom when we start going. And when we get to that point, we'll let you know. And you're going to see the whole entire board or pins because we do have carded pins that we pulled aside to run for you guys also. So it'll be dollar starts on all that stuff.
Let's do 15 minutes of boards they haven't seen.
15 minutes of boards you haven't
Right now.
seen. Let's go.
'Cause
Okay.
At 6 o'clock, the rest of the crew is gonna hop in the show, and then we'll start with.
We'll do our normal giveaways and all that stuff. So how about this? I've just had this sitting around. People have been talking about these. They're kind of making their way back into the parks, but not here in Walt Disney World. So I've got the complete sets, except for the castles. We're missing one. So there you go. $1 start. Pick whatever pin you want off the board, guys.
All right, here we go. Dollar starts.
It's a regular
You
auction.
are picking one pin, so keep that in mind.
Bid responsibly.
No
Let's
cancellations
have
either.
fun.
I've had over the weekend several people wanting to cancel. You're all adults here. You all bid for a reason. So
You all didn't just put us into your pocket and mysteriously bid out
and
of
it doesn't
something.
really work that way anyway with the
Don't outbid yourself, please.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you're winning the auction, there's no way to outbid yourself. Don't bid again.
JR, which one are you going for? Hidden Mickey Castle.
Which Haunted
Mansion.
Mansion Castle? Got it. We were like Hidden Mickey. That HM every single time. There we go. Haunted Mansion Castle. Next one's going. We'll show you guys some pins that we haven't shown or we haven't shown in a while.
Yep.
Here, and then the boards that I did show, we're going to start those at 6 o'clock. And then the carded pins also. So in between each board, we're going to try to run like 5-ish carded pins for you guys.
Yes.
So we'll do 10 picks off the board, 5 like carded pins that are all going to be dollar starts. We got the Stitch Jumbo set that we're going to be doing, the 626 set for you guys. Going for Marie. Good choice. From Disneyland.
Next one's running.
But no, there was a lot of like I said, actually I'm gonna write down because I remember some of the I remember some of the stuff
That's so
that you guys want to talk about. Because like number one is the catalogs. Like those catalogs dropped out of nowhere for
Oh
D23
yeah.
and people lost
They
their
took out
collective
time.
minds. Did you end up getting No, we don't go to the parks to get pins anymore. I refuse to go to the parks to get pins unless there's a Figment pin.
Marcy, which one can we get for you?
So we don't go to the parks. I don't try for Shop Disney anymore. It is not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
It's not worth the hassle. The community is obsessed right now, and it's like it's not fun with that. And if I did get them, all I'd get was hate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to try for them. I'll trade for them at my pin event. It's a
Yeah.
literal nightmare what's going on out there right now.
Marcy's going for the Cheshire Cat. Congrats, J Panda 303. You got the giveaway, which is our very first Once Upon a Summer pin. All right, next one's running. I put it right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what we were giving away there.
Yeah, that's
Once
what
upon
you
a summer.
won. We'll be doing that one all night. So if you miss out on it, don't worry. We got more.
Can we ask for pins to be shown for future show if you have them? I always say, message me on Instagram. If you do go ahead and message me on Instagram, go ahead and say, hey, I'm looking for this, or I'm going to the pin event. Do you have this? Number one, I can even point you in the direction. I've had people come to the table and have had pins that you guys have wanted, and I pointed the person out in the room and been like, that person has it.
Richard's Blue Castle.
Blue Castle for you.
All right, next one's going. Whatever we have of these are currently on the board, so I don't think we have very many of the chasers at all right now. I
No,
don't think
no,
we have any, right?
no. Right now, we don't have any
No
of the
chasers.
chasers. No.
We were putting the chasers on backer cards in previous shows, so those ones I think all got sold.
I will say it was funny because like we were seeing a lot of messages in the group about the Winnie the Pooh pin selling for like $55, $60 when they were selling for $80 on eBay. And there was a point where I was almost wanting to tell people like, you don't have to buy it for 55. You can just go pay 80 on eBay if you want to.
All smiles going for Dory.
Like so that was I found I like that whole nonsense of the whole Tuesday park
That sounds
pickup
right.
thingies. Oh, no thank you.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Tuesdays are always fun, and the Facebook group
Do
always
you ever get
fun.
older Cyan pins? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. We had
Um
some grails not that long
Not too
ago.
long ago, we had some like nice auctions
Yeah.
and
Mile Ray, thank you so much for your
Disney
first
shopping.
purchase with Figment Guy Pin.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Which one can we get for you? Was it always this chaotic with new releases?
No,
Buying multiples like 5 or 6.
no. So there is a lot of with social media right now. These
Pins are hot.
pins are so hot right
They're
now.
so hot right now.
They're so hot until
Mhm.
Labubu's take over next
I
week. Then
know.
everyone's gonna switch over to Labubu content. But yeah,
We had to suspend somebody in the group because they kept saying in the comments, I'll trade a Labubu for your pins. I'll trade over and over.
yeah.
Next one's running. And we kept giving them warnings and telling them to stop because we only allow pins
So
if
this is
we
the thing
can.
when social media goes and jumps onto something. You guys all got a whole bunch of coupons, so jump in there, get your $5 off
Up at the
coupons
top of your screen.
right at the
Click
top
on
there.
it, redeem your coupons.
But when you get a whole bunch of these people that are jumping onto these social media trends, like right now, pins are a thing and they're hot.
Yeah.
They won't be in 6 months.
Maybe.
And it's gonna die down a little bit unless it keeps going. But
I think pins are always going to be hot.
well, I mean, they're always going to be hot
Next one's running.
to this category. Like pins are hot to pin people.
Yes.
But what happens when the person that's easily distracted by the world gets distracted by the world? When the next squirrel comes around and they realize that they get more views because they're making content about that squirrel, you know.
Deb, going for a red Donald.
And it is an anniversary year, so I mean that heightened sense of like pins are so hot.
All right, next one's going.
And then we'll run this to 10,
Yeah.
and then we'll go ahead and I'll pop another board up for you guys.
So shiny. Pins are so shiny and pretty.
Do I have anyone that likes Beauty and the Beast? Because this next board will definitely target you.
Nobody.
Nobody likes Beauty and the Beast.
TW Penguin. Which one are you going for?
Stitch ears.
Me?
Stitch ears. And last run on this board for right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are boards that we didn't even show you guys
Yeah.
tonight. So at
We had
six
no
o'clock,
intention of going on early, and then it was like, let's go on early.
there are moments where I feel really good, and then there's moments where I feel like I'm still sick,
Yeah.
and it hits you. And Julie's like, "I feel like you should be better." And I'm
Oh,
like, "I
big
definitely
same.
am better."
Jen, which one are you going
But
for?
if I hit a coughing fit,
Fancy, we can hear you. Yeah, we
everyone can
can
hear you,
hear
Fancy.
you.
Going for blue, Donald.
I think Richard's at the stage of his sinus infection that is turning into a cold now.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Bye, Ward.
Bye, board. Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
So, do the parks still have pin and pin accessory stock?
Let's show. I mean, they have a lot of pins and they have a lot of pin accessories. The whole problem is that limited editions are selling out very fast. Book Smart Beauty, that's cool. I think last year it was not anywhere near like it is now, and there were sets, full sets that were not selling out whatsoever. This princess, you can't find those anywhere anymore. Anytime I see those at pin events, I grab them. The cutie duos down there, those are all the Disneyland cutie duos. And we got some more Bell down there, some Tailspin at the corner over there. $1 start. Let's go.
Here we go.
Hey Jeff, how's it going, man?
Hello.
But no, I think like last year there was so much stuff that went to the character warehouses and went to all these. All the limited edition pins were going on clearance.
Yeah.
They were backed up. They were all on clearance. Nobody was grabbing any of the stuff. So when you were looking at it, you're like, "What is going on here? Like something is off with like people aren't buying these sets."
Pat, which one can we get for you? Yeah, TikTok trends have a lot to do with it. Personal shoppers. I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of
Everyone is a personal
people,
shopper now.
even on Whatnot, there's so many that go to the cast connection, not cast connections, the character warehouses.
Belle Princess. Which one is Belle?
Are you going for the one he pointed out to you,
I
or the one
I just want
below
to
it?
make sure which. There's a lot of Belle on here. Which one?
Fourth row, yes.
This one?
Yep,
Okay.
because that was the one you pointed out.
Hi,
All right,
Bianca.
next one's running. And as you can see, there is a second one of that one on the board. So if you missed out on it, she's still up there. She's in the fifth row now.
And these aren't pins, like I said. This is stuff I didn't show you guys. I was basically like, hey, me and Julie were sitting here, and we're like, well, we could go on,
Yeah.
or we could still like sit here, and we were like, no, let's go on.
28. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pin.
Welcome to Figment Family. What Belle pin can I get you? Because I'm sure it's something on there. And like you said, at 6 o'clock we can.
Surprises.
At 6 o'clock we can jump into the normal routine
Well,
like we
we'll
normally
finish
do.
this board out to 20. 'Cause
Sounds
that
good.
makes the most sense because then it'll be giveaway time anyway. So
Sounds good.
Belle with the yellow background with her hair flowing.
Yellow background with her.
With her hair flowing. I think it's the same one that just was it the same one as the last pick? Is it that one?
Got some fragmenteers.
I think it's the same pin that just went, right?
That's the one that just went. Is it? No,
No,
the
the other one.
this one. Yellow background hair
Hair.
flowing.
Nope, I have it backwards. Okay. Count the rows. Let us know which row.
1, 2, 3, 4,
The
5,
top,
6,
the
7.
one on top. Pull the camera. Take the. Oh wait, now she's saying fourth row.
1, 2, 3, 4. Belle's not in row 4. That's the one we. This one.
Is that the one that you were going for?
Okay.
Okay.
That was the same one we took from the last
Yeah,
time.
it's
So
okay.
$1 start. Let's go.
It's like charades. I love that. Can you show up close the fourth one over on the top row, please? There's a glare. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the one that is
Yeah, right there.
Yep. So that's beautiful. All right, Kiki, let us know which one you would like. But we figured we'd go on early because we have energy now, which means that towards the end of the show, we'll be like completely depleted of energy.
Yes. Next one.
Let's go.
Do it while we can,
We
right?
just ate dinner too, so I think
Feeling good.
good. Not in a food coma yet.
No, not yet. I mean, that's the thing is like we were talking about trends. Like it's on a trend right now. This is the thing that people are doing. So
Maya.
there's more people going to the parks right now to get pins, and you can tell by the
Oh
lines.
yeah.
Like the lines are not even just here, but in Disneyland.
Mhm.
Same concept. It is just busy, busy, busy over there also.
Yeah. And that's very
Not
true.
everyone is reselling.
Very
I
true.
hate to say that. There are resellers, but not everyone's reselling. And I love it because like even people will say like, oh, how do you let these resellers sell in your group? It's like they're literally selling the same thing in every group. Our group is just busier.
Yeah. But you
Like
see it more
so
frequently.
I'm sorry that we have 500 posts a day and other groups have 30 posts a
Maya,
day.
let us know which one you're
There's
going
a
for.
there's a big there's a big difference in that.
Mhm. Which one you going for?
Which one, Maya?
Yes. Sorry, not sorry. Maya. Mia Rag? Maya Rag? 31. You get to pick one pin. Can somebody tag her, please? Can you do a close up of the Little Mermaid?
Yeah, the Disneyland World of Color.
We wanted to come on early, so we're actually running boards that were not shown in the pictures on Facebook or Instagram. The Simba and Zazu.
Got it.
Okay.
I think that's the thing is they're posting usually, and
Next
that's
one's
the thing
ready.
is you can cross post into multiple groups.
Yeah, yeah.
So as long as you're like meeting all the rules of posting in a group, they'll cross post. We have a lot of people that will cross post and be like, "Oops, I didn't mean to select your group because I have to post separately in your group
Yeah.
because we have different
That wasn't
rules."
Simba
Yeah.
and Zazu, they said.
Oh, Simba and Zazu.
Sorry about that. Good catch, guys. Teamwork. All right. Emma and Disney Mom, you're up. Which one are you going for?
The round Gaston at the top. There we go.
Next one's running. 6 o'clock officially. We're going to run this board until 20, and then we'll put up a giveaway and we'll go through all of our normal stuff. And then we'll start showing you guys the boards that were in the Facebook group.
Do you buy bulk collections to sell or what? I don't buy bulk collections.
Pat, congrats. Which one would you like? Top row, 3 over, the bell you showed me.
Ah,
Yeah, that one's a very pretty
there we go.
Next one is running. Hello. Welcome in. We started early, but we are going to move on, put up a giveaway at 20, and start our show off like we normally do.
The normal.
Like normal. Jen Corral, which one can we go with?
Does she got a coupon you can go get there?
3 down, 4 in.
The pin trading? Gotcha. Good choice. 3 more picks on this board, guys.
Here we go. That is one of the soda cans, Jen. And it says Brawny, right? Brawny.
Brawny, burly, brawny, bubbly.
Yes. Is that a Rapunzel pin, right? I think it is. I think that's pertaining to Rapunzel. But I could be wrong.
I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Tawny, which one can we get for you?
I can't remember that set that well. I haven't
Oh,
really seen
Gaston soda.
Gaston, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, depend
That makes sense
from whose
too.
board it is.
I
It
was
makes
thinking of
sense.
those guys that she visits. Tiana fourth row.
Good choice.
All right, we're
2
doing
more
2
picks.
more. And then this board's gonna go away. Right? Yeah, music lover, I hear you. Those pins are just hot right now. Everything is, but especially the Disney dining pins.
I mean, that's January. If you would have gotten the Ohana pin and you would have gotten like, let's say you were lucky and you got like 6 of them.
Yeah.
because not they didn't sell out immediately. Like it wasn't insane like it is now, where they sell out by like within an hour
Yeah.
at each park, which is mind-boggling to me that they're selling out within an hour at each park.
Yeah. All right, Sherry, just let us know which one you'd like.
Well, I mean, online they're selling out within minutes. Like even within seconds, they're selling out because you've got 30,000 people trying to get 1,000 pins on there, and it's impossible.
Lob Giuseppe, the one that's in the buy it now, that one's a very big pin. It's in its own very big box too.
Yes,
I'd have to go into the other room, but I can. I will if you're interested in buying it.
if you're really
I'm really
interested.
not
If you're not
just
interested,
looking because you're curious. I did lower the price on that. I think I lowered it almost in half of what.
the letter bell, good choice. Real good choice. Those disappeared. Last one off this board.
For this board.
Then we'll jump into, like we said, the 10 boards that I showed earlier. We will jump into those. I mean, we can always come back to some of that after the fact.
Desiree, which bell has your eye?
The bell ear hat, good choice.
Nice.
This was the mystery box bell ear hat. So, as you guys might have remembered, they basically have reused a lot of this artwork on bell, not bell, but on pins that they've been doing. But there was a 16 pin mystery box or mystery bag set that they did on these, and some of them they reused for the hidden Mickeys,
Mhm.
and some of them are brand new. Bye, board.
Hi, board. All right. So I'm gonna put the giveaway up.
Okay.
Richard will show you the giveaway one more time so you
Ooh.
guys can laugh at it because it's a
Here's the Once Upon a Summer pin
we were supposed to have this weekend.
that nobody let us know that we were supposed to have these.
So there you go.
So that's what you're getting. I'm going to talk about the pin events.
Um, and then can you mention about the buy it now one more time?
Yes. So don't forget about the buy now down the bottom. Julie drastically slashed the prices on stuff that you can make offers on. So she lowered the price, plus you can make more offers on them. So in the shop over there. So if you're searching for stuff, she drastically slashed prices. The only thing she didn't was the Graily Grail stuff.
All right. So this here,
Oh, you got the.
this here is the.
That's a big box.
It's a big box, as you can see. It has its own box. And it's,
Oh, that one.
yeah, it's like a shadow box type of a box. So it comes in this commemorative box.
That's gigantic.
Yeah, but it opens up too so that you can actually see the pin. It's gorgeous. So it's very big. But that is it. And that slides right back in. There you go.
That looks terrifying to ship.
I can and I will ship it. I'd love to get it out of the house because these guys they take up space. So
Yes.
you know, here we go.
So get in that giveaway, guys. So let's talk about pin events. We have a pin event this Saturday. Who's coming to the pin event on Saturday?
I'll be there.
Everybody. Julie's got to come.
Oh,
Apparently,
I have to.
you have to be
Yeah,
there.
I have to.
You have to be there.
True.
So if you're coming to the pin event, I can't wait to see you guys. If you're looking for things specifically, I'm going to show on probably Thursday what I'm bringing to the pin event. Jeff already shared what he's bringing to the pin event. He's already bringing some amazing stuff. So if you're coming, it's going to be 9 to 5, absolutely free to attend. About 5 minutes away from Disney. So nice. I want to throw a shout out to all my featured vendors because they do help us keep these events free for you guys. I am a stickler for running free events here in Orlando
Mods can tag them if you have.
because I refuse to charge you to come to a pin event. I think that's ridiculous and I will never do it. So let me say Thanos is right pins, pin pinning ghosts, pinning magic, Kenny pins, pins collecting, and fins and pins. All amazing. This is all in Orlando, Walt Disney World, Kissimmee. There's your address right there, Florida. If you can't be at this event, our next two events that we have here that are free, that are just Figment Guy events, September 6th and November 8th for this year. Vendor tables are 100% sold out for this year. I say that because I had somebody reach out to me, not just one, but like 6 people reach out and say, "Hey, do you have tables available for Saturday?" No, they're gone.
Gone.
We've been sold out for since beginning of the year, before the year even started. So this is my naming thing. I kind of tell people I'm going to show you the events for next year. They're right up there. We have the tables individually available to purchase. If you're interested in coming to a pin event, don't sleep on it.
Mhm.
Don't come to me a week before and be like, "Hey, do you got a table?" No, pre-plan, guys.
Pre-plan.
Pre-plan.
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
That's what we do.
It's all right there.
I don't like last minute.
No events in October of this year. We're doing every other month this year and every month next year. So we also have coming up next year, we have our Ohio event. Julie just updated that to single day tables.
Yes.
So you can get single day tables and you can get both day tables.
But
As
you have to select it.
yeah, you have to select
You
it,
have to select both.
but you have to select both of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
so you can go ahead and get both days, or you can get a single day if you want to come for one of those. That's going to be July 24th and 25th. But then there's the other two big events this year. Destination D23, Go Pin Pro, Pin Picks, and Figment Guy pins. We are all running an event together after the D23 event. You just saw the beautiful catalogs that just came out for those. So people are going to have those pins galore to trade with you guys. 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., August 31st. That event is sold out to vendors. So I keep stressing this. They sell out, and when they're sold out, I'm going to have 75 people come to me and be like, "Hey,
There is a wait list.
there's a wait list, but somebody coming off that wait list is not going to happen.
Mhm.
It very rarely happens. And then we have the gigantic event, the pin trading finale after the 25-year celebration. Go Pin Pro, Figment Guy Pins, co-hosting an event together, sponsored by Whatnot. It's going to be the biggest pin event ever held. Not in Florida, not in California, the world. This will be the biggest pin event ever held in a 33,000 square foot arena. We have tables. If you want them, you better hurry. We are down to like the bare minimum, and I got people asking like, I might want to get a table. Don't might want to get a table. Get the table because they're gonna be gone.
Yes.
And there's Julie.
Hello.
How you doing over there, babe?
I'm good.
Good. So past that, our social media stuff. If you want to find us, if you want to, I always say a like, a share, a comment. I think the best thing that anyone can do, if you say that you support someone, the best thing you can do is like their content. You can comment on their content. You can be interactive with their content. That's the best thing that anybody can do to show any sort of support that costs absolutely nothing to do besides 5 seconds. Um, Facebook, we are Pin Trading Disney. We are the owners, the CEOs, whatever you want to call it, of Pin Trading Disney. The best Facebook pin group that there is. 103,000 people. It's 102 or 103 right now. It's crazy. Instagram, I am the Figment guy. I post about Disney. I post about Disney pins. I post about pin content, whatever you may think of. Julie is the Figment guy's wife. She posts about cats and food.
I actually have a video I have to post at
There's a
some
cute
point.
cat video coming down the pipeline. I will say that. So if you're not following Julie, get ready because it's coming.
Yes.
On TikTok, I am the Figment guy. On YouTube, I am the Figment guy. On Pinpicks, trusted seller, I am the Figment guy. So Julie,
Yes. Hello.
so tell me, how excited are you for this event on Saturday?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me about the Disney cruise. I was about to like start beaming. I'm so
How
excited for
okay?
the Disney cruise.
How excited are you for the Disney cruise?
I'm ecstatic. I joined two Facebook groups. One is actually a group that is for our specific sale time.
Lindsay,
So
Lindsay, I just want to say, Lindsay Law, no, it cannot. This is 100% fantasy
no, there's
fantasy
nothing on the
whatnot
back of
pin.
it.
There's nothing on the back of it. It is a whatnot pin you are getting.
Yeah.
This was for the event. They were supposed to sprinkle them in. We're going to give them away to you guys, and we're going to sprinkle them into packages. You cannot trade it on a board at Disney.
You can
It's
trade with other people as long as they are aware. It's a fantasy pin
mhm.
because it is created by Whatnot. So But yeah, so I am very excited. So I joined the two groups. One of them is our group that we're actually sailing with. So I'm getting a lot of really good information. So it's exciting. And then we bought, you guys had mentioned in the one show about the um, fish, fish fish extenders, I think they're called, fish extenders. I didn't buy it to participate, but I did buy things to participate with
To
it.
put them into.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we got a
Get
whole bunch of
using.
stuff, and then
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of
dusting,
pins to just.
pixie dusting. Yes,
I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of pins to just redo people's boards as we're walking
yes.
through, because I just want to go through and like if I see someone's board and it's looking
We're
sad
gonna bless
on
the
their
new
door,
one.
we're gonna bless the heck out of boards, and
Yeah,
I can't wait to
we're
do it.
excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, as far as the event goes this weekend, I'm happy when it's over. I don't get as excited about them, events as Richard does because I do a lot of the planning for it and then all the setup. It just takes a lot out of me. It's very tiring. It's very rewarding, and I look forward to talking to people. So if you
Mhm.
guys come in, just introduce yourselves. We are going to have the name tags again because we had those at the last event. You guys really loved that idea, and we loved it. Everyone was using it. So we're gonna do that again. So look for that when you walk in the door. It'll be on the right hand side.
So number one, Julie, are we having a show on Friday?
We are not going to have a show on Friday. So today is our last show for this week. We will be on Sunday at 12 o'clock like normal, but it will be a not so normal show.
We're going to do a show and sell where I'm basically going to show you everything that we traded for at the pin event. And we're going to basically, like, we're just going to run through it.
Mhm.
If you want us to run it, I'm going to throw a price out at you. If you like it, we're going to go.
Yes.
And it's going to be a lot of that. And it's going to be nice and fun. And I will accept offers
Yes.
on that show. Like, I can't keep all the pins, guys.
No.
No.
Didn't you
So
find a bucket recently that was pins that you had traded for at the last event? And you were like, whoopsies.
whoopsies. Pins that I hadn't even priced yet from the last pin event.
Yeah. That's how crazy in pins we are right now.
Yeah, I mean the buckets. You get them in, you start situating them, and then you put them in a place. But then a collection comes in,
Congrats.
and you start processing through that. Is that number two?
I mean, that was technically number two.
Well, then another one. What's better than two giveaways? Julie's like, well, we already did a giveaway earlier.
We did.
Well, we did, but we went on early. We weren't expecting to go on early. Um, but that's the thing is like so when we're going and getting new stuff in, it just comes in, we start processing through it, and then it gets to the bottom of the pile, and then
Yeah.
you basically have some buckets that are closed with their lids on it that are just stacking up on top of each other. So that's
Mhm.
the kind of the problem we run into. I could literally sit here probably 24/7 and just sell pins. And that's literally what we would do is just sell pins.
Mhm.
And I probably have enough inventory to go through this year just selling like 7 days a week. But I don't want to do that.
I have been loving the real versus fake pin that you've been doing in your reels. So it makes me glad I don't really trade. I just like to buy the ones I want.
I think that's when you're starting out the best advice I can give people.
Are there
Like when
any Disney ducks in the show today, Richard?
Disney ducks.
Who made the boards up? Are there
No,
any
I
Disney
it's
ducks?
not it's no Disney ducks because the person that these pins are from didn't really have the Disney
No
ducks.
Disney ducks.
So I don't think there's any Disney ducks in these shows. I've got Disney ducks.
We do. It's just
They're over there
not
somewhere.
planned for today's show.
They're in that region over there. I'm pointing in that rare area in front of the pool. But no, that's so when the collections come in, that's the biggest problem we do have is like um there's not enough time. And
Mhm.
I think that's our biggest issue right now is there's just not enough time in the day.
Absolutely.
Because I went to work today and I told Julie she can tell how I'm busy because I'll say, hey, I'm gonna do the post at 10 o'clock.
Yep, he was gonna do it at 10 o'clock, and it
And
was
I
like
didn't
12:30 or
12:30, I
something.
think I
Yeah,
posted it because from the moment I got to work to the moment I left is I was working.
yeah,
So, you gotta go in and you gotta do the job to keep getting medical.
right.
So
And I
that is
spent my day moderating the Facebook group. That was
oh,
tons of fun.
moderating the Facebook group.
That was like a never ending. I had to keep pushing myself away from it because I was like, this thing is
Oh,
stuck here for hours.
Tuesday. I mean, I people think I'm joking now. Tuesdays
Yeah,
are the worst day.
Tuesdays are
They're not
awful.
good. They're not
Yeah,
fun. they're not fun, and people are sucking the joy out of Tuesdays.
We've actually been considering starting new keywords in the
To
group just
block
for
people
Tuesday.
to block people from posting so much.
Just on Tuesdays,
Yeah.
because Tuesdays are
I
not
like
fun.
Taco
We had
Tuesdays.
tacos
I
yesterday.
don't like pin drop
Yeah.
Tuesdays. That's the worst.
But then, aside from moderating the group, I also spent the day drafting pin sales for
Mhm.
you guys. So that Sunday show, I've got all new pins in the buy it now for you guys.
Yeah, so there's a ton of new
So
stuff that's gonna be in the buy it now that Julie hasn't,
because
like,
the buy
hit
it
the
now,
button to go live.
yeah, the buy it now that's currently active right now for you guys. This is the last time you're gonna see it. I'm not
It's
lying.
all going
They're
bye-bye.
all gonna get
Yeah.
deleted. So we're gonna pay out the people that we
And,
co-signed
people
for.
people are, like,
Yeah.
saving it, waiting for it.
But
It's
it's gonna
gone.
be gone.
Yeah,
So
it's
after
gone.
today, you don't have any other chances. If it's a grail that you're looking for and you bookmarked it, you can do payment plans. Anything over $50, you just select it, hit payment plan. There's Affirm and Klarna. I'm gonna mail it out to you just like normal, but you'll just be making payments through that company. So it's very simple, very
Mhm.
easy.
The
But they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Not joking.
Those will be gone. Yeah, I mean, like, the lines, that's the reason why we don't go that's the reason why I don't do Tuesdays anymore at the parks. I don't wanna do Tuesdays at the parks anymore. I remember I used to go and be off on Wednesdays and go and get the pins that were released on Tuesday on Wednesday. That was like an every week sort of thing. There was no issue.
Yeah.
If something came out, I knew I could go the next day and get it. That is not a thing anymore. And I'm just not participating in the absolute chaos that is. People are running from the holding area at Epcot to get back to the pin shop. They're legitimately running, and now they're booking resort stays to get there in line first.
Wow.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. I refuse.
Yeah.
You people have fun with that. No, thank you. I will trade for them at my event. If you got them, come see me. I'll trade for them. But no, thank you.
Giveaways going off in 30 seconds. So get in on it if you haven't already. And then we're going to get started.
Yeah.
Can we do the 626s first?
626s, yeah, we'll do that first. We definitely can do that first. Let's flip it. Yeah, I'm over it. And I mean, that's the problem is like the same people that will tell you that they have a problem with the pin, like things in the pin community, are the ones that are running to these parks getting these pins. That's a problem. Let's see. We'll do the small
This
one
one here?
first.
Okay.
Do the small guy first. Look at him.
Give me a second because I got to change the price.
I just got the most amazing package from you guys.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. All right. We're going to do a dollar start.
Dollar start 626 limited edition. These sold out in the park, sold out online.
There we go.
Have at it.
What do you feel about the cast pins? Do you think they're going to go up in value since they're not in the parks anymore?
What do you mean cast pins not in the parks? Cast pins have never been in the parks.
AE Nation, congratulations.
Congratulations. The mini jumbo stitch limited edition. This is LE of 2000. $1 start on that. Oh, we got a fragment here just popped in. Don't forget your coupon.
Give me 1 second again. I have to change the price on this to a $1 start. All right, that one is running.
But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like all these craziness with the whole Tuesdays. I'm just over it. I'm not doing it. I'm not participating in it.
Yeah, it's rough.
I have no issues with palm pins. Heard no issues with palm pins. I refuse to comment on that because I've had no issues whatsoever with palm pins, and I've sold a lot of palm pins in these shows. There we go.
Who did that go to?
Brandy, 720. No, I've had no problems. I mean, Disney has quality issues. Look at the quality controls that Disney has. And I think there are people that get picky when it comes to certain things where that can be an issue. Now, I've had no issues with palm pins.
All right, here we go again.
626 3-pin set. This is LE of 1750. What was the starting on that? Wow. Okay, let's go. $1 start. Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Oh, hang on. Don't bid, you guys. Don't bid.
Nobody's bidding on anything.
Okay.
It didn't run yet.
Okay. Thank God. Because I changed the price and then all of a sudden it was still there. There we go. Dollar start.
I mean, the whole thing is like the quality control. The whole thing is like quality control is so all over the place with
It
park
is.
pins.
Yeah.
So you can't like there are sets that are really good and the stamping looks great and everything, but then there are sets that it's just the quality control is garbage.
Mhm.
And it's like, who approved this? Who approved all the hidden Mickeys from 20 what year was that?
They're out. Congratulations.
What year was that? That they're all wrong on the back and they don't the Mickey pattern doesn't go all the way to the edge, but they're 100% real. Like there's what year is that? 2020
I think that was the 24, maybe?
2022.
Something like that.
I'm feeling better. I thought that was like during the so we'll call it the darkened times back in the day. So we are doing $1 start boards for you guys. After every board, we're gonna run some $1 carded pins for you also. Most of the limited editions in the middle are Loungefly, and they're limited edition. So, like, they're the limited edition jumbos. Julie hates jumbo pins, so I literally took them out of the box and I put them on a board so you can see how pretty they are out of the box. Right?
It's true.
I mean, that's true.
It is true. They do look better outside the box anyway. So you have to agree with that. It's like a showstopper.
We're gonna run these boards 10 times each for you guys. And I'll show that's one of the Moana characters right there. Moana 2. And $1 start first pick off this board.
There we go. You're picking one pin if you're the winning bid.
I mean, when
Responsibly.
I've seen bent posts on backs coming right out of mystery boxes.
Yes.
Like that's that I can't believe that that's actually a thing. There's a mini pumpkin on another board too, just so you know.
Rachel Bell 592. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guide Pin.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Going for Hercules.
Hercules. Where's regular Hercules at?
The circle
Oh, right there. Go the
Yeah.
distance. There we go. Next one.
There you go. Well, when we were at the Pin Trading Nights event, I opened up one of the boxes of the 25-year mystery pins.
Mhm.
And my first box, it definitely had some issues with the paint.
Yeah.
So, I think that's something that is a quality control again. Wah, 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 wah. Disney and Beyond, thank you so much for the raid.
We appreciate that. Hope you guys had a great show.
Little J, which one are you getting? Stitch.
Going for Stitch. Which I got a double. Which Stitch are we going for? Surfboard or down there?
Oh, people and their trolls.
Oh, top right, the big Stitch there. There you go. Next one.
Okay, next one's running.
Ooh, thanks, Shimer. Unlocking fragments here or there. Going for the big old Hades down at the bottom there. Next one. I mean, the catalogs that came out were really good. I was surprised the DEC went with like a complete like it went for like the whole like Latin America. I know that's the Heritage Month or whatever that month, so it kind of makes sense that they're doing something like that. But like they kind of went full blown for that. But then when you look at
That's not who won.
I don't.
I meant Disney Mom won. She wants Mulan.
Mulan.
Please don't call out in the
Yeah.
chat if you're not the winner. This is only for the winner to announce what they want. So Mulan's going to MN Disney Mom. So Bam Ellen, hopefully you didn't want Mulan also. If you did, thank you.
Going for Buzz. There we go.
Thank you, thank you. All right, here we go again. Next one's running. I think that The Encanto and the Coco, I think that those pins are probably some of the best ones in that catalog.
Well, in that well, I mean, but that catalog, but like the WDI catalog, those cars, I saw those pins in person. Those car pins, like the Muppet van and all that.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh, yeah, those are
the
really
Muppet
cool.
bus or whatever. Those are like the nicest pins.
Yes, going forward bell.
The bell. There we
We're doing
go.
this 5 more times.
5 more runs on this board. I mean, there's 2 figments, so I know exactly what I'm going to be putting as my number 1 and number 2
Mhm.
on my in search of list.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the one figment is actually part of a like Tiny Kingdom set. So I kind of do like that it's another little tiny figment pin that I'll be getting.
All right,
Fill
Scott,
in the
which one
gaps.
can we get for you?
Going for Hades.
Hades. Next one's running.
Do you think the stamp will hold value like a profile? No. The stamps are like park related. There's 15 of them. I don't think they're going to hold value. I think these pins will hold value at the beginning because ultimately what's going to end up happening.
INC 115. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
They can't talk to us.
They got to work on their payment. But the stamp pins are gonna. I mean, they'll hold value because this is the thing. If you noticed,
Have a good night.
when you go to D23, you buy the full set. Like you can buy individual pins, but people just go up and buy the full set. And you're getting a number, and you can buy one of everything if you want when you're up there. Destination D23, you have to put that one specific pin as your number 1. You have to put that one specific pin as your number 2. So you like people are going to be all over the place. It's going to be like Figment, Stitch, and kind of going down the line is how people are going to do it. So it's going to be impossible for people to walk away with full sets of these
Yeah.
unless they got 75 people, getting pins for them.
There you go. INC, let us know which one you would like.
Oh, the jars are there because those are pins from last year that didn't sell still. So
Oh, I didn't see that part.
I didn't add those. I didn't add those onto
Yeah, I
mine.
was gonna say I was only looking at yours.
Going for Raya.
Yep.
Okay, 3 more picks on this board, and then this board's going away.
That's pretty funny. How many of the shades of magic? I remembered what it was called.
It was like 10.
Okay.
There's like maybe 10 or 15 of them, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it matters what you're really looking for.
I mean, that's how it goes, though. And until you see it in person, sometimes seeing those pins in person make the difference.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bam Ellen, you got Fragment here. Let us know which pin you would like.
I love that.
Woohoo, cats. Oh, the stacking.
Oh,
cats.
stacking cats, yes. Nice. 2 more picks on this board.
Yep. Running again.
And then in between, we're going to do dollar starts for carded pins. So I have some carded pins that we're gonna go ahead and run through for you guys.
We got another fragment here. So guys, make sure if you hit one of the tiers, you click that little crown up at the top and redeem your coupon. Crab Woman, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Which pin can we get for you? Hallelujah.
Oh, here we go. That's glow in the dark too.
Can you show a closer look at the blue one on the right above Mickey?
It's one of the characters from Moana 2. I'm not sure what her name is, but one of the characters from Moana 2.
Here's the last pin we're running on this board.
And nobody has taken the Jumbo Limited Edition shown in the middle, which is mind-boggling to me.
I would have chosen it.
That'd been the first pin I would have taken off this board. Because I know that they're almost all limited editions. Like those are limited, the other ones are not. So have at it.
All right, Scott, so you get the last pick on this board. Fine, you talked me into it. Moana.
Nice pick on
And
that
the
one.
happily ever after pins and the horse pins, or that is the horse pins, and the face pins will appreciate in time.
I mean, everything, it depends, guys. The like every pin is hot when it first comes out, then
Mhm.
it goes down, and then some stuff goes higher and some stuff doesn't go higher.
Yeah.
$1 start, limited edition of 3,500. Look at this Pluto. He is adorable. Ellie of 3,500. $1 start. Let's go.
It is super cute.
He's super duper cute. And like I said, we're going to do some carded pins in between the boards, but we'll jump right back into the boards like I showed you guys.
Mhm.
I don't do Christmas pins, but he is adorable and he's Pluto. Kiki, congratulations. Next one, a limited edition of 1,500. Disney auctions, Pinocchio, $1 start. Well, yeah, no, I'm excited. The catalogs look really good. It like everything is like high, and like right after it comes out, there will be a high because everyone's gonna try to get it. The problem is once it settles into collections, that's when it can get like, that's when the price can kind of get crazy. So I always tell people like you want to get it before it starts settling into all the different collections.
Samantha Tall, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Good grab there. Next, the Animation Legends pin. Oh, that's a no go.
Oh no, did it break?
Yep, limited edition of 1,500. 4th of July, Tinkerbell. $1 start, still in the original bag.
Yes, the box sets and the booster sets that we have pictures of, those are going to be $1 pick one. So that's how we're going to do those.
Yeah, we'll do that. Like the next one, the Pascal set, is going to be after the next board, and that will be the ones that we're running in between the 10 that are on there.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Congratulations. Next, it's Pluto Junior. So when you flip it over, he actually says it's his name is Pluto Junior, but Patriotic series. We had a Max. Max is from that same series. He's like hang gliding Max. He's a puplet. $1 start on it in the original bag. Yeah,
I love that they're in the original bag.
that they never made it out of the
Yeah,
bags.
no, that's so cool. That is funny, Juice Box. Richard always says that about eBay. He says every time we run a show and then I go into eBay, I swear I'm seeing all the pins that we just sold.
I swear, I think people update their price. I think
Embarrassing.
people update their pricing after our shows. Cast exclusive from 2005. Happy birthday from Pooh, Tigger, and me.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. $1 start on that. And then after this one, we're gonna jump back into the boards for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Right, Fancy?
Hello, Fancy.
Hello, Fancy.
Chelsea, congratulations.
Congrats on that Winnie the Pooh. Let's go to the next board. We got Aurora, 25 years pin trading, some Stitch, Eeyore, Mushu, Deadpool and Wolverine, the 100th Jack. So there's three of them. I put one on each board. It's the guys from Mulan dressed up like the
Oh, okay.
it's the guys from Mulan. They're dressed up like the characters.
Nice.
Fidget spinner, the Hearts Move, that's in limited edition. The Marie and the Genie are from the same set. The Epcot pin is actually a limited release. That was a limited release where they did all the symbols for Epcot and they're in these sliding boxes. So I threw that out there. $1 start. Go ahead.
Here we go. Pick one. And we're almost to the next giveaway.
And then the Pascal set, with the 6 pins will be next. That is the next thing we're going to be doing for dollar starts when we jump into that.
Sounds good. I just need to state out loud that I approve of the presence of inside out pins on the boards today.
You're welcome.
Jared.
You're welcome. I appreciate
All
that.
right, Van Allen, get the first pick off this board. Which one are you going for?
There's inside out there. There's some other inside out today, I think.
Spinner.
Chip spinner. I love this series.
Yeah,
There we go.
like fidget spinner.
Fidget spinner. Next one.
It's a pin, Richard. Not.
It is definitely a pin. I have some, but I have some other dollar start stuff. Like some of the character spinners that we had from Shanghai. I have some of those. I'm gonna do dollar starts on also today.
Nice.
And then we'll have those a little bit later on in the show. And then just some whole bunch of oddball stuff.
All right, little.
Yeah, 100% a fidget spinner. Yes, it is, Allison.
That's so much fun. Too many choices on this board.
I mean,
Stitch in the Ship.
Stitch in the Ship is a fig pin. Great choice on that one.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a really good one. Next. And we got 8 more picks on this board. And then, like I said, we'll do 10 picks on each board. After we do the 10 picks on each board, we're going to do dollar starts in between that.
Yeah, the Jack 100s.
Those
such a cool series.
That 100 series you could only get from Walmart if you bought the Blu-ray during the 100th anniversary. And they completely, once nobody bought the Blu-rays, some of the pins kind of just sat there forever.
Chan's going for Starbucks.
Starbucks.
But it was fun. It was a neat concept.
Yes.
But next one's running. But it's kind of like the Starbucks tumblers now, where you're paying too much money for a tumbler to get a pin.
I would buy those on. I would buy those on clearance. I would buy some Starbucks tumblers on clearance and then just take the pin packs out of them. Yeah, true. Like that's pretty much what's going to end up happening if those ever went to clearance.
Queen Crimson, which one can we get for you? Ariel at the top.
Ooh.
Is she stained glass?
She is a stained glass. Yeah, she is a stained glass on there. There we go.
Nice. Next one's running.
I'm trying to think like what else.
What were some of the questions that they asked you on Instagram?
I wish I would have wrote them down.
Oh, Richard.
There was a lot of them too. Yeah. One of them that they were asking was, what's their favorite thing about going to pin events, and what's your least favorite thing about going to pin events? And I was gonna say the conversations I have with people are probably the best thing about going to pin events.
All smiles going for Kitty next to the genie.
Kitty next to the genie. Oh, that's I think that's Yzma Cat. What happens to the pins that nobody chooses? We eats them. We eats them for substance. So
they will appear at another point in time.
They'll pop up at some other point in time.
Run our pins back to back to back, so it might be a while before you see them again.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Don't eat the pins though. It's danger. Danger, guys.
Yeah, don't eat the pins unless they got pins backs on them.
No, don't eat.
Don't eat them with the pins backs.
Marcy, which one are you going for?
But so like
Always up and running too.
One of the things that I absolutely love is going to pin events is the conversations with people. Because you see, sometimes you don't see these people. Like since we're doing every other month, I don't see these people for like 2 months, and then so you have everything to catch up back, catch up back on, or catch up on, catch up back on. Catch up on. Yes. So it's kind of nice just to have the conversation.
Thanks, Gordon. Thank you so much for your first purchase of Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Which pin can we get for you? Marie Boba.
Marie Boba.
Beautiful.
The thing that I'm not a huge fan about is the whole pre-planning process.
Yes. When we get there probably around 6 in the morning, and it's usually waiting for their staff to be ready and like to open the doors for us. Last time we waited a good 20 minutes before somebody could actually open the doors for us, so that was really kind of crummy. Becca, which one? Inside Out, Hades? Oh yeah, that was Dream Cutie that likes Inside Out.
Hades on the right side, which this is the one from this set that nobody ever, like, you can never find. It's the one that nobody ever trades or puts on the boards.
All right, two more left on this board, and it's running again. Um, but yeah, we have to fix the tables because they're never in the correct spots that they
Yes.
should be in. So we actually set them to make sure that there's enough room for walking around and also enough room for the vendors to have some space also. So that's kind of time consuming.
I think like if you're coming like you some they just said I'm coming to my first pin event. What can I expect? It's going to be busy. So expect it's going to be busy.
He's going for Marie Hong
Marie
Kong.
Hong Kong. Good choice.
It's going to be warm at times. There's
Yes.
going to be a lot of bodies in there.
So with more bodies in there, it's just warm all
But
the
your
time.
conditioning can't keep up with it. And
Yep.
the doors are opening and closing. This is the
Last run on this board.
last pin on this board is running.
So yeah, basically that's the number one thing I will say is, like, when you're coming, don't bring anything that you're keeping. Like, if you don't bring your non-traders with you, only bring your traders with you. If you're looking just to buy pins, almost every table will sell, but we do have some cast members that cannot sell.
Yeah, so
Um,
it's
it's
good
good
to
to
ask
ask ahead of time. Are
first.
you
Fall in
buying,
love with something that you can't
selling?
buy.
Exactly.
All right.
Going for
Run.
Jessica.
Yay,
Okay,
bye board.
my board. Next is the Pascal set. So it is a 6-pin set. We're gonna go ahead. These are limited edition. It's a good question.
You gotta take one off.
I have to take one off just to see.
Darn.
That's how they get you.
I know.
Thank goodness one of them already had the back off of it. 1250. So
Okay.
these are limited edition of 1250. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Oh, not yet.
I want to get this tilted so it sits on there a little better.
There we
Okay,
go.
you're picking one pin off the board, so you're telling me what color Pascal you want.
Dollar start.
And don't just say I want Pascal.
Yes.
Not cool.
Ooh, what if you were colorblind? Maybe you should say top left, top right. If
Maybe.
you're colorblind, then you can say that. Thomas spends too much. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment
I
family.
love that name.
Green Pascal, good choice. The OG Pascal color there. Ellie of 1250 coming to you.
Next one's running. You can hand over the pin back.
But when you're also, if I can grab them,
Oh yeah.
I might not be able to grab them out of there.
Gotcha.
But then, like, so only bring stuff, when you're going to tables, be very delicate when you're flipping pages of books. Understand that these can be hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of pins on these pages that you're flipping.
Yes.
So just be mindful and be very careful with people's, product when you're doing that. Going for the pink one.
Giveaway's running. Sarah West, congrats, you got the giveaway.
Pink one coming to you.
Next one's going. We got a fragment here.
Treat everyone's stuff how you would want to treat your own. I don't know. I've seen how some of these people treat their stuff. I wouldn't go with that. Treat stuff.
Yeah. Also, put back the pins the way that you found them.
Yes.
So, like, if you're flipping through someone's pages, please, pretty please, flip it nicely back into its original position. Did you scream the goat? I don't think so.
Leave it how you found it.
Yeah.
Leave it exactly how you found it. Flip it back, nice and easy.
Right, Miranda Smith. Which one are you going for? That probably is the biggest thing that happens at our tables.
Yeah, pins can be expensive. Don't just grab them.
People will flip through our folders, our binders, and then they just leave it and then walk away.
Ooh, Mason said a certain breakfast place may be back on discount. That's not it's not a bad thing.
Blue, please.
Going for blue.
Oh yeah, you can definitely have sanitizer
Hmm.
for
It's a
sure.
good call because we always the first thing I do is like I try to wash my hands multiple times as I'm like going through things, but then especially when you're like at the end of the day and you've handled pins for the entire day,
Oh yeah,
like scrub your hands before you eat
it's
anything.
gonna feel grimy. So yeah, hand sanitizer is a good thing. There will be ice water there. Ursula Girl 0313, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
But they do give us ice water at the location, so it's just a matter of keeping it full. Sometimes we have to go and let them know. Orange, please.
So somebody asked a good question. This is my first show. Why would you not bring your reasons to leave your keepers behind instead of bringing them to show folks? If you're basically going to put them like on the front of a
Next one's
pinfolio
running.
show and you're going to have it be just show, that's great. But if
Put a sign with it if you're going to do that, though. These are
but
my
these are
keepers.
not for trade, whatever it may be,
Right.
because what's going to end up happening is you're going to come up to somebody and they're like, "Is anything on the front for trade?" And you're going to get asked that 75 times.
Yeah,
They're going to ask you that 75 times, and you're going to be like, "No, no, this is what I'm keeping."
yeah.
So I always tell people, just keep it at home.
Especially
Just
if it's really nice stuff. Then you might just they might see that and they might be like, oh well, that's the stuff I would trade for. I don't want to trade what's inside. Like I don't know. So just be aware.
I was wondering the same thing. How was red the last
All
one?
right, you're bidding on red.
LE limited edition of 2,500.
I thought
Put
you said
not for
1,200.
1,250. That's what I meant.
1250.
1,250. What did I say?
250.
No, okay. No,
Not
not that.
that. Congrats, Caitlin.
Not for trade, not for sale. Fantasy pin. Just an idea. There we go. And that is done for now. Next board.
Yeah, I got the red one.
Okay, so this one, look, there's a baby in the clouds. There's a elephant in the clouds, a turtle. There's the baby again. And this one it was a different character before, but this one is actually Moana in that one. Pocahontas is behind the tree. The yarn is actually rubberized. Nice. Oh, if you pick this one, if you pick Hercules and Meg, you get both. Hercules and Meg on this one. And then Hercules in the corner there. $1 start. Go ahead and pick whichever pin you
There
want.
we go.
Um,
I don't think it's a bad idea. If you do have one of those Pinfolio products that has the window in the front, I don't think it's a bad idea to put your stuff there. I would just honestly put "This is not for trade"
yes.
on it, just so that everyone is knows that, because
S-
you'll be walking
yes.
along, you might have somebody behind you that's like, "Oh, I need that. Will you trade that?" And it's like that's not for trade.
Hmm.
So at least they could read it's not for trade.
Sellers usually take cash, but they also
Why
take
is Kristen going for up?
PayPal and Venmo. Oh, the big boy in the middle. Good choice. Nice spinner there.
Next one's going.
Next one. But PayPal and Venmo, I will say this. This is my number one tip for you guys when you're paying PayPal and Venmo. We always say in the group, don't pay friends and family.
Right.
Don't pay friends and family. Don't pay friends and family. We say it a million times. When you're at the pin event, if you're standing right in front of the person, pay friends and family.
Yeah.
You're literally standing right in front of the person.
You can see the product. You're
You can
holding
see
it
the
in your
product.
hand.
You're holding the product. It's right there. Pay friends and
Or if
family.
you're buying raffle tickets,
Oh,
please
if
just
you're buying
pay
wrap,
friends and family. Come
you would
on.
not believe how many people pay goods and services for raffle tickets.
Raffle tickets of all
Uh,
things that are $1. Congrats, Burning Zell. Next one's running. So yeah, it is okay if you're in front of somebody to pay them friends and family.
Hey, Carly, you got a bid on the board. So they're bidding right now. If you win the bid, you get to pick the pin you want.
Yep. I would throw their tickets in the trash. No, we're very nice about it. I don't say anything, but
It
I
happens.
think
It
about
happens
it
a lot.
later.
It literally when we go through to
It's
see kind
about
of like
it's about like a quarter to, 3/4. Kelly, which one can we get for you? What's the pin between Cindy and Moana at the top?
Cindy and Moana at the top. Oh, this is Pocahontas. It's the tree, the like whatever the grandmother tree or whatever.
All right, Kelly, I don't think I saw what you wanted. If you just want to type what you want. Um, some people might take Zal Kimmy, but it's really like I don't know. It's few
It's
and far between.
it's not a ton of them do, but I know
Yeah.
they do. I mean, some of them do.
I personally do not take Zal at the event.
No, we take PayPal and Venmo, but we only really sell raffle tickets.
Right.
We don't really sell
Sometimes a pin or two
one or
goes
two
in,
here or there. I normally trade 95% of the time to 99% of the time when I'm at the event.
Yeah. Okay, Rachel, which one would you like?
I don't think there's any orange bird on the boards today.
But we have so many good giveaways coming for this weekend. Oh my
14?
gosh.
14
I think we
giveaways.
have 15 now with somebody else that asked if we wanted another one.
And there's going to be people that are going to go ahead and donate when we're there.
Yeah.
Like they'll walk up and be like, "Oh, hey, I forgot to send this to you. This is I want to do this for a donation."
So we're looking at probably
Two giveaways to three giveaways every hour.
to three giveaways an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, then there's the big giveaway. If you donate a carded pin, you get five tickets, raffle tickets, and then we basically at the end of the show go ahead and raffle all those off. That is the final
I
giveaway.
feel like we don't talk about that enough.
Hercules and Meg. There you go, Ashley. Congratulations. Get both of those.
Next one's going.
Five more picks off this board. I like the Figments. I think that whole stamp series is cute. I'm just glad there's only two Figment pins that I got to go for. You know, you basically win a collection. I think the last two times it's been over 200 pins that we've given away.
Quick no, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I remember the first time we ever did it, it was like 150 pins, and the person left, and we had to draw a second person. I think it was Christian's
It was
dad.
Christian's dad.
Christian's dad, because he had so many tickets.
Uh-huh. But yeah, we don't talk about it enough. Leland would switch, please. But if you are coming to any of our pin events and you bring a carded pin, any pin that's on a card and donate it, it's up to whatever amount you wanted to donate. We have no limits on it anymore. Next one's running.
Four more picks on this board.
5 tickets for the raffles. And then every pin that's donated on the cards goes into a bag that we actually, my kids tally it up and they count it all up for you guys. We keep a running tally so that we can keep you guys up to date on how many are in there at that point. But whoever wins that last drawing gets to take home the whole bag of pins. And it's really awesome to take home a big collection at the end of the event.
You can't beat it. Like,
No, which one are you going for this time? What's the difference between goods and services and friends and family?
goods and services is basically you're paying for that exactly that goods or services.
Stitch play card.
Friends and family is that you're basically giving money to a friend or family, and they're not going to take fees out. Stitch card.
Yes.
There we go.
Next
Three more
one.
picks on this board, and this board will go away.
Goods and services, when you're using PayPal and Venmo, you actually have to switch on the toggle most of the times to actually change it to goods and services. Sometimes you're changing it to friends and family, so you do have to pay attention.
What you're doing on it, yeah.
Before you set it. Do Tuesday pin drops at the hotels too, or just the Disney parks? And
Only Riverside and Contemporary. Those are the only two parks or places that have limited edition pins, and they have very limited amounts that they get in.
AGM going for
Full body Mulan. There we go. Two more picks.
running. Boardwalk doesn't anymore.
Oh, Boardwalk does have good. Thank you. Boardwalk does have it, Art Cat. Yes, yes, they do. I think that's it. I think those are the three. Yeah, Port Orleans Riverside has them. Yeah, Port Orleans Riverside, Contemporary, and Boardwalk does have them. Unlocking fragment here. See that?
See, congrats. Next giveaway is up and running for you guys. And your munch lady.
The one from the UK. Let's go. Next,
All right,
last pick.
Last pick on this board.
Last pick on this board.
I'm planning on going to Boardwalk next week to get the Boardwalk pin. Their pins are really cute.
Yes. The well, I mean, like the Ratatouille pins that came out were adorable.
Oh, I
of the
saw
cars.
the picture of it the other day when you shared the poster, and I knew it was going to be really cute. But
I didn't think it was going to come out yesterday or today,
Yeah.
and then like, of course, there it is.
All right, Scott, you get the last pick on this board.
The new OE. Oh yes, they all look good too.
Currently, we do not have any plans to bring the boards back for today's show, just
Especially since we're running other dollar star carded stuff in between.
Pins. So I don't want to be on all night.
The broom. There we go, Scott. Good choice on the broom.
I'll be honest, if you guys stop talking to us, this is going to be a short night.
Yeah, you guys don't keep asking questions or getting chatty. This chat dies.
If the chat dies,
show might be over. Museum of Pintiquities. So these are limited edition of 1400. You're going to pick one pin. You got, I'll show it up close, Chippendale, Goofy, Figment, and Mickey Mouse.
All right.
Any little
going.
Any little brother pins? There might be little brother on the board tonight. I have like a Mulan. If you can notice, there's some Mulan and Hercules on a lot of the boards.
I couldn't tell. Nothing wrong with that. Usually we don't have any Mulans, so that's good.
Pack, I'm guessing we're going for Figment. Possibly, maybe.
Yay, you're right.
So I'll show really quick because these have been faked. This is the original, box that these came from and everything. But as you can see, like, look how crisp that back is. The backs are usually really bad and really rough. Like flat, like the Mickeys aren't popping up at all. Like there's no indent for the Mickey. The nubs are really like, we talk about the nubs. Now remember, this isn't for every single solitary pin. Different pins have different things, but I'm still congested. It's like I said, my antibiotics are almost gone, but I think it's more of like a little bit of a cold now than anything. I definitely have not been coughing anywhere near as much as what it was. It was really bad. There we go. Figment. I'll put the back on him. So we got Goofy, Chippendale, and Mickey still left. These are limited edition of 1400s.
Let's run it. I can't tell you that, Maya, because I don't know what number the auction was, so I'm not sure. I love Figments. Which one are you going for? You just missed out on the Figment, so Chippendale, you got it.
It was Zazu and the Simba, the duos.
She's won a couple of auctions though, so I don't know.
There we go.
All right, next one's going.
Goofy and Mickey, Ellie of 1400. No problem. Well, that was like, I think I'm going to Epcot tomorrow. There was a part of me that was like, do I want to go early and take like the hidden Mickey book, the big one, and just go like plop down and trade a little bit? Just do some 1-for-1 trades with people.
Pacific NW. Thank you for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Going for Mickey.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Welcome, Figment family. Sorry. Going for Mickey.
All right, where's our Goofy lover?
I'm calling out of work then.
Goofy is the last one. He's up and running.
Julie, do I ever get recognized at the parks?
Yes, he does. It's very embarrassing to our kids. They get so embarrassed. I think it's funny when it happens, especially when the kids are around.
The problem is, Kelly, and this is the thing, is once you get me talking, you won't get me to shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's half the battle.
Very smart. 51481. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
And you are getting Goofy.
Goofy, Ellie, 1400, 19 bucks. Good grab.
10 seconds to get in on the giveaway before it goes.
Now we're going to the next board.
One little
Somebody,
girl posted she wanted to meet you and you were in California. Yeah,
I
that's
know.
so
That was like
sad.
I was upset with that because it's like if it was any other time, I probably could have.
Cherish, simplicity. Congrats, you got the giveaway. Wah 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 wah. I hate you.
I got her on camera.
Oh. So let me see. That was
uh,
Ben's magic.
Ben's
Thank you for
magic.
the raid, Ben's
Hope you
magic.
had a great.
That was my raid horn.
Hope you had a great. Hope you had a great show. Thanks for popping
You're
in.
fired. Get out of here.
You're welcome. I love you so
I'll get one of
much.
the kids to sit in.
Best date night, Mickey's Runaway Railway. The stitch. I forgot I put the stitch with
Oh yeah,
the gold chaser series.
vehicle
Do you
rock.
remember this one? This series?
The cross stitch.
I found the
You
cross
found
stitch.
her.
I made myself laugh. I can't do that.
Stop it.
See, that's the
Oh
guy
yeah.
from the it's a limited edition for the Inside Out Jumbo. That's Alani for Stitch. Some nice Mulan. I put some big. I can't believe I put. I didn't even realize I put this Wally's cool too because he moves back and
So many
forth.
big pins on the same board.
Yeah, especially the two Mulans. Like,
Yeah. So
but
be specific if you want Mulan.
but I think the reason I did that is because there's a string of the supporting cast pins on like each one of the boards.
Okay.
So I think this is the one I didn't have any supporting cast pins to go on.
All right. First
So
one's running. You get to pick one.
yeah, if you say Mulan, please say top or bottom.
Top or bottom.
Top or bottom, please. What is the one with the blue? Blue. Blue bow. The blue bow. That is Cinderella. Is that Cinderella or is that
Now he's got to look.
no, that's Tiana.
All right.
That's
APM
weird.
comments
That's
on
Tiana and
top
Naveen.
Mulan.
This one's gorgeous. Like this pin is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh wow.
With Mushu. Yeah. The cherry blossoms.
All right.
Next one.
one's going.
These boards, I will say this. Coming up, there's some loaded boards in here.
You are allowed to trade Loungefly at the trading events. Yes.
Close up on Leia, the cross stitch Leia. We had those. It's a set of 4, and I've had them on the boards before.
Ms. MV87, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pin.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Which pin can we get for you? Was that Loungefly?
No.
No, it wasn't. The Mulan was not. The corner Mulan, thank you.
The other gigantic Mulan pin.
Yes. She holding a kite? Is that what?
Yes, that is a kite.
All right, next one's going. The only thing I would say about Loungeflies and pin events is it really depends on the cast member because I know Disneyland makes a big deal. Sometimes we read about it in the group, the Facebook group, where sometimes they turn away Loungeflies.
Yes.
I don't really know why they're
Corgi Mom had that at the pin event.
Corgi Mom did run into that at the Disney Nifty 50s pin events at Disneyland. But again,
yes, limited edition Loungefly in the middle there.
I'm not aware of anybody at the Walt Disney World pin events having any issues with it.
I'm going for Mushu.
All right, next
one.
So if you're coming to like the pin event for Walt Disney World, the 25 years event, I mean, you could bring Loungefly, but maybe not bring all Loungefly, just so that you can be certain that you can trade, you know? And I always say that because, again, you might hit a cast member that's just like, no, that's not tradable or something. It's all going to come down to whatever cast member it is. All smiles.
And it's been very hit or miss on it. Really it's so hit or miss because they should be accepting the pins. They have the Disney copyright on the back of them. That's one of their biggest things, like having the Disney copyright. Jennifer, got your coupon. Go get that.
All right, all smiles. Let us know which one you're going for. Well, Star Wars sneaker pins. I don't think so.
No, I think those are Loungefly boxes.
So. Dory.
Going for Dory.
If pins don't sell in today's show, they'll be in a future show. Next one.
I'd love to sit here and just sell you guys the entire board. Like honestly, like there's nothing that would give me more joy because honestly, it saved me from having to condense a whole bunch of stuff and clean up and like.
We don't have time.
Yeah, it's crazy that we accept fakes, but not Loungefly pins sometimes.
Yeah,
Ah.
no comments.
And then you see Harry Potter pins on the park boards,
I know.
or like Bart
Bart
Simpson
Simpson,
pins,
we found
or
that.
Mason found wrestling pins on there the one
Okay.
time. He was really excited about
Rachel's
that.
going for Megan Hurt.
Meg and her. Oh, yeah, Megan Herc. There you go. 5 more picks on this board.
You have to be a grown up so you can just sell pins 24/7.
I mean, that would be nice. I'm an adult. I can eat ice cream at night if I want to.
Is that
That is
Princess
Princess
Leia?
Leia
Yeah.
cross stitch.
A
Yes, that
tiny,
is.
tiny cross stitch. She's so cute. All right, Caitlin.
I'm an adult. The big inside out pin. Great grab. Nice limited edition Loungefly there. 4 more picks on this board.
Unfortunately, Jane Solo, I don't think that they can ever correct the fakes in the parks.
No, I mean, there's too many boards. You were talking, there's 28 boards at Epcot right now. So that means you have to have 28 cast members that are perfectly trained to say no.
Yeah.
There's no way. They'd have to limit it down to like legitimately 5 boards. And then all your refresh that's going to 28 boards goes to just 5 boards. Like that's the only way they could even do it.
Yep.
On shifts at all times, yes.
But in all honesty, if you had like a 4-year-old kid come up to you with a fake pin, are you going to say no to them? Because I know I wouldn't.
Top right.
So you're putting a cast member in a humongous position if you're going to be turning away these little tiny kids.
I mean, that's the thing is
Next one's running.
Disney doesn't want to ruin your once in a lifetime vacation. So think of
Yeah.
it like that. Disney is like that they call Walt Disney World the once in a lifetime vacation. Disneyland is the pass holder park, you know? It's
Mhm.
the magic key or the pass holders run that park. This is people coming on that once in a lifetime vacation. Disney doesn't want to ruin that. And
Yeah.
that's kind of stinks. It just is what it is.
Quick no. Which one would you like?
I'm glad to see you're back, Pierce.
Going
It's
for
been a while.
Angel.
I miss your Darkwing Duck every 5 minutes. Going for Angel?
Yeah, we think they will bring the shadow boxes. We were talking to people at the cast members at Disneyland, and it sounds like
And I think that's a piece
they're
of
going
it.
to.
I think
Next one's running.
if you had that at 3 locations and then you had like 5 boards in the park, I
Yeah.
think that would be awesome. Like I think that's a piece of the puzzle. Then you can train like 6 or 7 associates to watch those boards, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah, I get that, man. It's life hits hard when it's like life hits hard really quick sometimes.
Vernonville, which one can we get for you? We do not have the 70th Disneyland pins. No.
No, not right now. Yeah, we had some, and then they were
Mulan guy, please.
Mulan. Oh,
Yep, core pins are pins that have the names on the back of them. They're
mhm.
usually older with like waffle backing. This is the last pick off of this board,
Last
right?
pick on this board right here.
Last chance on this board. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Will we see you at the event this weekend?
I mean, I'll be there. Are you asking me?
No.
Are you asking me if I'll be there?
No.
Yes, I will. I will be there, Julie. There's nothing you can do about it.
No. Gracie just unlocked fragments here. Do you have any Disney dinosaur ride pins?
I literally had one. So in the books, you guys know how you have the books that you can pick pins from? There was a dinosaur pin in there that I did 25% off of, and it was a $60 pin, and nobody picked it.
Stitch tubing. Well,
Oh,
happy early birthday, All Marie.
the Alani Stitch tubing pin. This is going to go. So, yeah, no spoilers after you ride Test Track. I mean, it's been all over the internet. I think if I post video, it's not going to be like a spoiler alert type of situation. Like a million people have already done that.
Our goat does not have a name. We
He's
just
Goaty
call him Goat.
McGoatface.
No, he's not.
Goaty McGoatface. Limited edition of 2000 Happy Independence Day, Dory and Nemo. That's a LE 2000 $1 start on that. Julie's like, I'm gonna pull some patriotic
Just
pins.
a patriotic, not a
We're
lot.
getting close to 4th of July. We're gonna do some patriotic
That's right.
pins.
Now's the time. Vincent Van balls or oh man.
Jeez.
All smiles. Congratulations.
Congratulations on that one. The 12 months of magic from the Disney store on the original card. $1 start for the Mickey with the flag. Um, well, no, I'm excited. This weekend's gonna be good. We'll have a ton of pins to show you guys
Sunday.
Sunday, but I'm not gonna be able to show you everything. I'm gonna
Yeah.
forewarn you about that. Like, there's no way I can.
Yeah. He'll take pictures. He'll show you on Instagram and Facebook. And then Disney Mom, congrats. But we won't be running every single pin. We'll try to do our
Yeah.
best. Sundays are usually our longer shows, but not like crazy long because we're old and we don't
Yes,
like to be.
we're old. I love that. We're old,
We're
and I
old.
got a cruise to get ready for. So I got a cruise to get ready for.
15 days?
Yeah, I gotta,
15 days?
I gotta like literally. We're 2 weeks away from this cruise, and like we got a pregame for this cruise, Julie. I
I
got to be ready for
know,
this.
I know.
So the Patriarch, we had the Max the other day. We had the little Pluto Junior or whatever earlier. This is Huey, Dewey, and Louie in the original bag. Still $1 start. Let's go.
There we go. Yeah, a lot of people had their comments turned off today,
Oh,
or their posts
it's.
removed today. We were removing a lot of posts in search of today because it's just too much. It spams the group.
I
Everyone's
don't
looking
under.
for the same
I'm
thing.
not understanding how
So,
people don't just go ahead and
yeah,
like search the group, because if somebody has it for sale,
yeah.
like search the group and find it.
KCB0321, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Great grab on that one. Next, limited edition of 450. Limited edition of 450. Thank you. This was from the family pin gathering event that they had. Pin event. $1 start on that.
Beautiful. Do you have an opinion on Artland pins?
I like Heartland pins. They're really nice. I have a gorgeous. Does anyone collect Cinderella? Can I target somebody with a Cinderella Artland
Oh,
pin?
sounds like a challenge.
I mean, if you like Cinderella, let me know,
Yes.
because I will show you a Cinderella pin that I got in a collection. I
Congrats on
haven't
that.
priced it yet, but it's kind of ridiculous.
Dollar start.
It's an LE 100.
Oh no.
It's a limited edition 100. Let's do this one, and then I'll
$100
no,
start.
$100 start maybe.
It starts
Um,
with a one.
so Ralph breaks the internet. This is the Shanghai Spinner series. There's pancakes, which is amazing.
Can you do
Pancakes and
Ralph?
milkshakes.
Did you?
Yeah, I showed it up close.
Okay, I didn't see you showed up for
I
that.
want to go too close because it goes all blurry on me.
Okay, lots of hands and that
Yep.
one.
Yeah, lots of
All
hands
right,
and
it's
thumbs ups
running.
going on.
$1 start. Made first trade today on your group page. Search group and found it. Yeah, it's easy, right? Not too hard.
So I'll show you this Artland pin. It's got its own fancy box, Julie.
Oh boy. I have an Artland AP Jiminy Cricket pin. I'm hoping to trade for an Ariel pin.
Okay. I do.
Congrats, Bird and Zell.
I do. I mean, look at if you're coming to the pin event, I'm going to trade for that stuff at the pin event. So people are asking like, "Oh, what do you trade for?" Everything.
Do you have the up version of that pin?
I might. I do have some coming. I see Inside Out 2's coming up. Wally's coming up. Cars. These are just the ones I see right in front of me. Toy Story. I'm gonna have more of those coming up, just so you guys know. Here's the Cinderella pin. Oh, Artland Cinderella. You know when it's got its own black
You're
box,
gonna go
like
really fast.
oh, when it's got its own black box, you're in for something expensive. That's the pin.
Oh wow.
This is the pin.
And it's a pin on pin. Is it a
It's a
pin on pin on pin?
it's a pin on pin on pin. And then
Wow.
here's the postcard that goes to match with it
Oh,
for the
lovely.
artwork that they do, because they are a gallery.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
guys didn't know that, Artland is actually a gallery where they make artwork, but they make pins of the artwork. So it's a gorgeous pin.
Yeah.
Like, it is one of those. I haven't priced it. I haven't done anything with it yet. It's Ellie of 100. So
Yeah.
there's only 100 of this pin that exist.
So that's a look it up on Worth Point and see what.
See what it might have gone for, but it might not
Yeah.
have sold for like
Maybe
6
not.
years. So then it's like question mark at that
I
point.
wonder how old it is. I'll
Uh,
have to look that up
I
too.
don't know. You're asking me
It
questions I
doesn't look
definitely don't know
old.
the answer
It
to.
doesn't look
It's not that old. I don't think so. So we just sold the 5
old.
carded
Yep,
pins,
we're
right?
on the
Okay,
board.
on to the next board. Okay, this one's got a little bit of everything on it. We've got Angel, there's some Pua, Stitch with Ducks, Hercules, and that is the Hercules. Get it to open with the VHS. Up is a lenticular. Bambi is a 2-pin set. Got another up pin there. That is the California Food and Wine Festival on there.
Hmm.
Some Elliot, the Frozen, what is it called? Supporting cast. Some Inside Out, some Moana there. $1 start. Pick whatever pin you want.
$1 start. Would you ever do a second complete collection?
No, I I wouldn't. But this is the
I'm
thing.
shaking my head.
So
No.
let me rephrase that. Yes, I probably would.
No.
I Julie, I have 3 of 6 Gerald pins.
Yeah.
I literally need 3 more
Zero is
pins,
there.
and I have 3. Like there's 6 Gerald pins total. I literally now have 3 of them. I don't even think I showed you guys that I have a third one.
Blue eyes. First pick off the board. Which one can we get for you?
Yeah, then.
Giveaway is up and running. That was the auction 80 giveaway.
So that is false because I technically do have a second one. Going for Frozen. Supporting cast. Congratulations. Next one.
What would it be besides Gerald?
I love Goofy movie. You could convince me to collect Goofy movie. You could convince me to collect the original Wreck It Ralph, not the sequel, but the original Wreck It Ralph. You could definitely probably convince me to do that one also. So there's that type of stuff that I definitely would be if I was to pick something.
Introvert Pin Club. Thank you for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. What can we get you off the board? Hercules VHS coming home.
Introvert Pin Club. They actually donated.
They did donate a
for
giveaway.
our event.
I'm like, I think I just.
I was like, that name sounds.
I'm
so
like, I
familiar.
just
Yes.
tagged them.
Yes, it is. All right, next one's running. So thank you for your donation.
Who's on the villain pin on the bottom? So you got Hades there, and then on this one is Iago, Flotsam Jetsam, Kronk, and then Pain and Panic on that one. Is this one technically considered supporting cast? Because somebody went and tried to sell me a supporting cast and had that one on there.
Huh. Stat P.
Wow. If you want to talk about dumb moves.
What is that party pin?
I
Dumb moves.
didn't even realize.
Chef Mickey in the middle. Ooh, yes, going big.
Go big or go home. Let's
And have a
go.
heavy package. There you go.
The
Next
do
one's running.
you notice these two guys just chilling on here? I'm usually much better than that.
They're the same.
Yeah. I'm usually much better than that.
You'll have to let us know. Do you want the one on the left or the one on the right?
Either or. Which Haunted Mansion pin do you want?
I mean, on that first board you ran, there was the 2 bells.
Yeah, but I didn't put that board together. That was a board we've literally had sitting off to the side over here
It's funny.
for like forever.
All right, Introvert Pin Club. Which one are you going for?
Yeah, that's Marie and her brothers on the lampshade. I love that pin. The spin not a spinner, but a mover, whoosher.
Villain sidekicks. That's what
Yes.
it's called instead.
Villains on the bottom corner. I figured the moment we talk about it, the moment we talk about a pin, it's like gone 5 seconds after
Yeah.
that. Like
30 seconds to get in on the giveaway before it runs.
everyone sees it and they're
Next
like,
one's
"Oh,
running.
I need that one now."
Yes.
And then we found that one Doctor's Day pin out of
Oh,
nowhere.
yeah.
That Doctor's Day pin, and then I put it on Instagram, and I had like 6 people went and messaged me
They
about
need
it. They need it,
Oh,
and
wow.
then they found out what the price was,
Yeah.
and they didn't need it that badly.
Well, are you going to the pin event?
They are coming to the pin event, and I will have it there. I should have it there. So
All right, Introvert Pin Club. Hades. Giveaway is running.
there we go. 5 more.
Next auction's going. Yep.
5 more picks on this board.
Lil J13, congrats, you got the giveaway.
I mean, that's the thing is like I have people, my moderators, whenever they really want to pin,
That's good.
they'll say in the moderator chat, like, don't talk about it.
Oh, I know.
Like, stop talking about it.
They do. Wise Christian, which one can we get for you?
Hey, stop
A
that.
portrait in the second row on the right.
There you go.
We got 4 more left on this board. It's running again.
Don't give away our secrets. Oh, but I'm excited. There's like I love going to the events just because you're swapping out a lot of inventory. So that's the best part about everything.
Congrats, Little.
Yeah, Scheimer's just calling herself out at that point. Little going for Pain and Panic.
Do the math for me, Karasha, and I'll do it for you.
She said she did the math.
Did she?
She said yeah,
Did I read it
64.
wrong? Oh, sorry, I
64,
read
yeah.
it wrong.
Yeah, she's got
All
it in
right,
there.
next one's running. I read it wrong.
Teehee.
Three
How many more we got left? Three more picks on this
more
one.
picks, yes.
But also, if you're coming up, say hi. Even if there's a line, say hi. Run by, wave, say hi.
Shout out your name.
Shout out your name.
Or your username is probably better.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of times you guys will come in and it'll be like, I'm Jennifer. And it's like, hi, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
And then it's like, they're like, I'm blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, well, now I know who you are. What are we going for? Stitch with the ducks. There we go.
I'm confused.
What?
Karasha, I'm confused by your statement. I'm confused. Because the price, it would go to 64, you'd still be able to do a payment plan. So I'm confused. 2 more left on this.
It's possible at good time trading. Only have a small amount of traders. I think if you go with a small amount of traders, I think you'll have the best time trading because there's all levels of trading at these pin events. So you're going from like just coming in to been there forever. And like even if you're like, I'm just buying pins, set an amount of $20, $50. That's the most I want to pay, and that's what it's going to be. So can't offer and do payment plan. That's why she's saying that.
Oh, gotcha.
Can't make an offer
I
and do
was
the payment
so
plan.
confused. I was like, but it would be.
The Marie and her brothers Woosher.
You do know that that was a $200 pin, right? Or a $100 pin, I'm sorry. But I'll do it for you. There you go.
You're lucky Julie likes you.
There you go. All right, this is the last
pick on this board.
So get it if you want it.
And then we've got some I don't think I've really seen these on the backer card. So I'm kind of excited that we have them on the backer card.
All right, Kelly, you get the last pick on the board.
Thanos goes in and snipes it.
We've had that several times on the.
Not on the backer
I
card.
swear we have, Richard. I swear.
There we go.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, board.
Hope you find your dad.
So the license plate series.
How many are in that? Is there?
Just remember, I'm going to take because I'm going to take them off the card. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. We're gonna do pick one on this. So I'm gonna go through and show you guys which ones are which. I'm excited to meet all of you in person. Well, Laura, I'm excited to meet. I didn't even realize Laura's coming.
I had a feeling Laura was coming.
Laura,
making comments.
Okay, Laura. Now that I know that you're coming, I'm gonna make sure I have some like goofy stuff for you. I'll make sure I got some goofy things pulled aside for the book. So when you're going through.
Now you have to remember.
Now I have to remember.
On you.
I'm gonna make a note right now. Goofy stuff. I'm literally making a note. Goofy stuff. Laura. Okay. So Doom Buggy, of course, Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, Go for Launch, which is your mission space, um, Going Down, Tower of Terror, Toy Story Mania, Expedition Everest, and the monorail. You're gonna pick one right now. Tilt that so we can see a little there. That's better. $1
All right,
start.
here we go. Pick one. I know they are so cool. Make sure you don't throw these backer cards away.
I know you love the backer cards.
I use them for packaging.
I gotcha.
I wish there were more pin events in California. We do too, because then we can come out there more.
I mean, I'll be honest, like I really want Fragmenteer. I really would like to go to some other events outside of Ohio. Like we're going to Ohio next year, but I would like to go to some other events. I think that's the biggest problem is with our time frame of what we have, our schedules are booked.
Yeah.
Like they're literally booked, and that's the kind of the crappy part is we're stuck where we're stuck at the moment.
Blue Eyes, what's your pick? Which one are you going for?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a Pennsylvania event. Wouldn't mind going there.
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion,
Doom Buggy.
Doom Buggy.
Or wait, Going Down. Oh, that's Tower of Terror. Sorry.
Is it? Which one is it?
It's the Doom Buggy, right?
Haunted Mansion. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is Jeff and Lizette are starting to run
Next one's running.
are doing some events in like southern Florida. It's a 3-hour drive, but if we went and then we maybe stayed overnight,
Mhm.
if I convinced Julie to stay overnight in southern Florida,
Have fun going to Southern Florida, Richard.
Julie's not coming to southern Florida with me. So that's what that's what Julie just said.
You can go stay overnight in Southern Florida. Space Mountain.
But Julie,
Oh, nothing's wrong with South Florida. I've never been south.
no, Julie just doesn't like 3-hour trips and then 3-hour trips back home.
Next one's running. I think the furthest south I've ever been is Sanibel because his parents used to live out that
Yes.
way and in Fort Myers, and so Sanibel would be the furthest I've ever been south. Not on the other coast though.
Sam Fern, we have all of the Toy Story star pins. I don't think we have any of that in the show today.
All right, Hope, which one would you like?
Traffic is worse than Orlando. Oh no.
Oh, thank you.
Monorail pin. There we go.
Next one's running. I don't know. I'm just not a humongous fan of pin events in general. I know I host them, but I look forward to when they're over. So,
Julie has fun in the moment.
be
Julie
honest.
does have fun in the moment. I think in when we're in the event, she has a good time. Jeff says, "How about pin events in Paris?"
That's okay. Tour Madison.
Jeff, how about Tokyo pin events? Going for Tower Terror,
I'll go with Richard.
Paris,
and
Texas.
Yeah, I'll go with Richard, and then he can just go to the events, and I'll sightsee.
You'll just go hang out on the beach.
All right, next one's going. I'm all for traveling to do something fun. But for me, pin trading is not that fun. I don't actually pin trade at events. So
I do all the trading. If you guys,
sometimes Richard bullies me. He tries to bully me. And
I
like,
don't bully you.
no,
I just
sometimes
think
you do.
I think you
Sometimes
should
I'm
make
like,
a. I think you should make a
this
trade.
time, and I'm like, nope, I'm good.
There's sometimes where like a little kid comes up, and I'm tell Julie, I'm like, why don't you do the trade?
Dad, which one would you like? Toy Story.
I think there's times like a little kid comes up, and Julie could go ahead and make a quick little trade with the kid instead of me having to you know get that trade done. Toy Story Mania. There you go. We got Expedition Everest and Mission Space still left on here.
Two solid choices. Did I miss the Stitch pins? We did have a few that we already ran on.
There's Stitch on every board.
But yeah,
I got
he
Stitch on
saved
every
them.
board. Yeah.
You only missed how many boards did we do? 3?
No, 2, 4, 5. We did 5 boards,
did
honey.
5
We're
boards.
96 pins in today.
My goodness.
No, we're doing good. Only
All right.
7:30. We're doing
Letting
great.
that go for a little.
Little, which one we going for? Go for
Lovely.
lunch. Go for lunch.
Lunch pin.
Go for lunch. Lunch is always good. Expedition Everest is the last
Very good.
license plate. Go ahead and grab that, and then we will jump back into the next board. No, we're doing really well on boards, like in time frame and everything. So
Getting through it.
getting through it, and then like I said, I have more of those spinners coming up. That'll be actually the next dollar starts is going to be some of the spinners coming up. Coming up, Julie.
Are you running the ones that I pulled?
Yeah, we're almost done.
Okay, good.
That's why I'm gonna grab
Now we've got some cool keys still too.
the keys that we're gonna do after not the next one, but the one after that. I was planning on it.
Creative one. Congrats.
Here, I'll just give you the whole thing.
Sounds good.
There you go. And we'll get the next board up for you guys. Another fidget spinner on the board. The jack pin is actually there's a jack pin and a Sally pin. They're really cool. They're from Harvey's. So Harvey's, yes.
What's Harvey?
Harvey's is a company that makes pins third party, and it was a 2-pin set, but they're really big. Like I was surprised how big and thick they were. The Cinderella is the gemstone series for March. There's the third of the guys dressed up. Aristocats, Hades, Moana, Elliot. You're getting Moana and her guy Stitch licking the board.
They make their bags out of seatbelts?
Yes, that's what it is.
Huh.
Look at the Eeyore.
Bag, not bad. Got it. I read that first and I was like, I won't read that part, but I'll read the bags out of seatbelts.
And a whole bunch of stuff. That Dixie Landings are Port Orleans Riverside, Julie. Got a Riverside pin showing there. That Eeyore in the middle, yeah, that one's adorable.
Dollar start, pick one.
Pick one pin.
Pick one. That's interesting. Making bags out of seatbelts.
Yes, it's I've seen them before. But yeah, there's that one, and on the next board is Sally from the same series.
They last forever.
They
As it should if it's
Well, I
not a
mean, it
seatbelt.
seems very durable. I will say that.
All right, Sherry, first pick off the board. Which one are you going for? Genie, bottom left.
Ah, supporting cast. The Aladdin supporting cast pin. There we go. Next pick. But yeah, we'll swap out. We'll have a ton of new inventory, ton of new everything. If you guys are looking for anything particular, I can keep my eye out. Some things that I'm always looking for: Disney Afternoon. I'm always looking for like Phineas and Ferb pins. I'm always looking for, Stitch. Everything.
Jess Goblin going for Beast and Belle. That's a good question. Kimmy's asking, is there a method to the madness when you create these boards, or do you put random pins on each? Next one's
I try not to put like too much of the same character. So like I might have supporting cast. So like I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 supporting cast. So I make sure I put one on each of the boards. Then I have like, okay, somebody asked about little brother pins coming up on the next board. Then I might have like the Elliot pins. There was 3 different Elliot pins. I spread those out on the 3 different boards.
1071. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. And so when I'm building the board, I'm legitimately like kind of piecing it together. Eeyore, good call.
Next giveaway is up and running.
There we go. Eeyore coming to you. Next run. But yeah, so
sure, Richard.
I said I showed it moved.
Okay, I missed it. Sorry.
I showed it.
Harvey.
Harvey's is this one for the.
Yes. But yeah, you usually try to have like a showstopper pin on a board.
A little bit of something. I mean, like this. I got a lot of the supporting cast at one point in time in collections, and like the last pin event, somebody brought every single supporting cast except for the Ariel pin, which is kind of the one that everybody wants. Oliver. I love this series. There's a Marie coming up later, from that same series.
Next one's going.
But yeah, so like when I'm putting it together, it's literally like, okay, I got a big pin, I got a couple of big pins, I got maybe a fig pin. Like we had like remember there was like 8 fig pins the one point in time. So I put a fig pin on each board, and then you kind of go from there. And it's just you're slowly but surely building these boards. And so I do say like I put a lot of time and effort into kind of getting the show ready, and I think we put more time and effort into getting our shows ready than some people do. I think
Next one's going.
there are some people that are like, here we're just showing you whatever. But there are some people, and you can tell they definitely put effort into putting their shows together, kind of coordinating the show, so that when we're running it, number one, we can run it quick. Because like this isn't a marathon. I don't want to be on for 6 hours, and you guys wouldn't stay and watch for 6 hours. You
Yeah.
usually watch for about 2 to 3
We've already
hours.
lost 100 people since we
I
started.
mean, so
So
yeah, 100 people have already been like,
check
okay,
out.
I know what they're doing. I'm
Exactly.
good.
Go for Hades.
80s. Oh, good call.
I went for 6 hours. Oh man. But then what do you talk about for 6 hours
I mean,
straight?
that's the thing is
Next one's
the
going.
chat has to be like so involved at that point that like we're just going
And it's
from
fun for us too.
like somebody asked a question in the last show. I
Oh,
kid you
yeah.
not. And
Someone
it's like,
from
I'm from
Disneyland.
Disneyland and
Yeah.
I'm coming to Walt Disney World. What are your things that you would do? Like what resort, blah, blah, blah.
Resorts.
And we literally in the chat talked for an hour and a half. We talked for an hour and a half about that. And it was wonderful.
Yes.
Like that's the conversation I want to have. Like I love talking about Disney. I love talking about pins. If my passion doesn't come through on the screen, I don't know what it is. And if it isn't coming through on the screen, I just worked 8 hours. I am sorry. Like
He
I
does
hit
have a job.
I hit peaks and valleys in this.
Yeah. How do I convince my husband to move to Florida? That was a question we were
That was a
talking about
question we
during
kind of
this
talked
as
about.
well. Yeah. Pros and
Convince
cons,
what you have to make a list of what is stuff that like is pros and what is a list of things that's cons, like because there are definitely things when me and Julie were thinking about moving down here that were like, yeah, this would be great, and then there was things that was like, no, this would be terrible.
Next one's going.
Like this would be a terrible move if we moved. And remember, this is when I was deep into being a salary store manager,
Yeah.
working 80 hours a week. I mean, you want to talk about, I have mad respect for anyone that works in retail because that's where I work, that's where I'm from, that's the world I live,
That's where you've been.
and that's where I've been my entire like work career has been in retail. And you get work to the bone. Retail is tough, and people will think it's an easy job.
Yeah.
It's probably the hardest job that there is.
I was going for Mulan. Chinful.
Oh, up top here, yeah.
Cute. All right, last pick on this board.
It's so brutal. Like I have mad respect for anybody that works retail, any job in retail, because every piece is like a piece of the puzzle.
We
Eh,
moved here because we really wanted to be close to Disney.
And we were able to
Yeah,
at the point,
Disney
and
and
it
a passion. Our kids were young enough that we thought it would be okay. Ended up that our two oldest ones probably was an extremely rough transition for them, especially our oldest.
you really got to think about that.
You
That's
really have to think about
yeah,
that. If you can move when your kids are young or
young.
before you have kids, that's
Before
probably
they got
better.
friends, before they got like any
Yeah,
of that type of stuff.
because that was really a hard thing for our kids. Plus, shortly after our move, we had the pandemic.
Was that the last one on that
That was
one?
the last
Okay.
one. Yep.
Bye, board.
Like your dad.
Yeah, pandemic happened right after, and that was kind of rough.
Looking back on it, would you do it again? I think I would. Yeah.
I mean,
There's moments where I do miss Ohio, but I can still go visit Ohio. You know, I'm
well,
not in love with the heat here, but aside from that, I mean, I like our situation here. I like our house.
so like, let me ask you
I
this.
like it
Let me
here.
ask you this
I do
question.
like it here. And if you're having a down day, do you know how nice it is? Jill Ray, congratulations on the giveaway. Do you know how nice it is that I can just go to Disney if I want?
Hmm.
Like that's a huge perk. Or if you have a taste for something at Disney, you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna book a reservation and I'm gonna go, and then you go. That's a huge perk. So,
So like,
what's your question?
people will say this. So I have a question for you,
Sure.
and I think this is a simple question for you to answer. Like, would you change anything about like your life? Like, I think people ask that question, like, would you change anything or do you regret anything?
No
And it's
regrets.
like, no regrets.
Not even even one letter.
Not even one letter. Like, I regret nothing in my life because I wouldn't be here
Right.
if right here, right now, or I wouldn't if I was running
I
doing
can't
pin events,
say
whatever it is.
who's to say that my life would have been any better or any worse if I would have stayed where I was at? We were in a house that was an older house. It flooded all the time in the basement. That was the worst. I have PTSD because of
It was
that.
bad. Yeah.
So it even took a while after moving here to not be afraid of every single storm that we would get here,
And we have hurricanes
because
roll through, and she's not even.
I want to leave the house and we do go stay someplace,
But
but
you don't really
and so
blink an eye
but
like you
I'm
used to.
not
Yeah.
crazy over it like I was in Ohio when my basement would flood with every 100-year storm. It was flooding all the time. And so
But
and I mean, I don't know, it's just you can't live your life like that. Like if you want to be here,
you can't. Yeah, you
like
can't live with regret. I think
yeah.
that's if you're living with regret, you're literally holding yourself back from doing what you really want to do and what you really could do.
Yeah.
Because like I really think about it, and it's like there's things that have come up in, even with the pin community where it's like, would you do things differently? It's like no, because I hate to say this, guys. The events around here used to charge you $10 per person to get into events. They used to charge you $5 for kids to get into events. I said I'm going to do free pin events. Do you think they're charging $10 anymore for people to get into their events? No, they're not.
Nope.
You can't facilitate change without
I
changing.
like how you're still on me. Like
I mean, I don't want to preach to I don't want to preach to the choir here.
there's no preaching. We don't need
But
to preach
but
about
that's the
it.
thing is like nothing in life will change if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again.
We are all blessed that you moved to Florida. Well, thank you,
I
sis.
appreciate that because
Yeah.
there's a lot of times where I just want to just, you know, some days like on Tuesdays, you want to run and hide from the pin group because it is like I need to get away from it.
Yeah.
But that pin group has brought so many people to this
So many
what
people together.
together.
A lot
Like
of people that we talked to made
I've created
friends.
some people have created friends.
Yeah.
I've met so many wonderful people, and I regret nothing about anything I've ever done in life because you know what? Never really done anything bad in my
No.
life. So why would I regret anything in my life? I had somebody ask me that the one time, and it's like, why would I regret anything? We run free pin events here in Orlando. I sell collections for old people that don't have the capabilities to come on here and do it themselves. And I pay them 10 times to 15 times more than what other people pay them.
I do love that.
So I regret nothing that I've ever done.
CRZ 720 said you can't grow through it till you go through it. I love that.
Truth,
That's very wise. Very wise.
and that's I feel like people really get hung up on the dumbest stuff and we're looking for a reason or a something whatever to point the finger at anybody in this world. Point the finger in the mirror. That's the only time it ever works, guys. It's the only time it ever works. And then it's the only time that it's actually one of those things where it's, I say, 100% like, take responsibility for what you've done. Point it in the mirror.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Keep on keeping on. That's
Keep
right.
on keeping
You're
on.
on your 5 pins now.
5 pins. I pulled the spinners I pulled 5 spinners for them because I like my friends here. We're having good conversations. Toy Story, Shanghai Spinner. I love this series. $1 start. Let's go.
But yeah, if you want to move to Florida, you move to Florida. You got to have your reasons.
But it's got to make sense for
And
you.
right.
For us, it made sense in the moment.
Exactly.
There are points where I did regret moving here.
Mhm.
I'll be honest. Like, there's
It's not
been
been easy.
no, it has not been easy.
It's not been easy, and we talked about that in the last show.
If
That it is hard to make friends here. Way different than at home. But I honestly, I don't know. Like, does that come in
Crafty Panda, congratulations,
Is
got
that
Fragmenteer.
hand in hand
And
with
Jen, you got the pin.
that was our home. That was what we were used to. We're not used to this, and it's like starting over. We gotta get used to it.
Inside Out 2 is the next spinner pin. $1 start.
There
I think I'll be honest. Would if I lived in Ohio right now and I had nothing to do with pins besides the little pin collection that I kind of had, would my life be a lot easier?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it really would, guys. My life would be a lot easier if I had
There is
nothing to
such
do with
boring
pins.
lives.
I live the most boring life that there is. the stories, like, I feel like I'm gonna be Paul Bunyan when this is all said and done.
Yeah.
That they're gonna tell stories about me that weren't true and just fabricated and gigantic.
CMC, congrats.
There you go. Ohio was not a terrible place. I love Ohio. I miss Ohio, certain aspects of it. I hated snow.
Yes.
I mean, I don't miss the
That
snow.
was a huge factor of us moving
Yes.
down here.
Wally is the next spinner pin.
Yep.
That's awesome. I think, like, and that's what this is about. This is an interactive thing. Like, the more you guys put into, like, the chat or talking or whatever, like, we can go longer, we can sell more, we can do whatever. I have such a good time coming on here. I wouldn't come on here and do this if I didn't like doing it.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I wouldn't. I'd go work my job, you know? I can survive.
Congrats, little.
Congrats, little. I can survive in life on the job that I have. Like, we can survive and do what we're doing. Cars, spinner. I love this pin. $1 start. Let's go.
Life is a lot faster here too. I don't know like why, but since we've moved here, the time has flown by
Well, I think we
like
fill our time
flying.
up.
And like I don't know, I used to have time in Ohio. I had books. I had a bookshelf of books. I didn't bring any of them with me. I sold them all before coming. Ms. MD, congrats.
Congratulations on that one.
But there's just no time even for me to just sit and read here. So it's
Next is the
very busy.
next is the up pin.
There it goes.
Cindy, I can't imagine digging my car out of snow to get to work.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's for me, that was one of I would like, and I was the guy, and you're the guy in charge.
Yeah.
I will say this. This has given me the flexibility to not be a salaried manager.
Yeah.
So, how long, like, even when I was working 80 hours a week, but how many hours was I on my phone answering calls and doing everything else, Julie?
Oh yeah. All the time.
That's all I was doing.
Congrats, Danielle Beck.
Like, it was your salary manager, you are doing nothing but nonstop work.
Mhm.
And it kind of is what it is. You're at their beck and call.
Yeah.
Your boss needs you, your workers
On
need you
vacations, you were
on
constantly getting
vacations.
calls.
I
Yeah.
will show this. Um, it is the light up pin.
Like one eye. Winky one.
No,
Oh,
it
switch
goes
it.
back and forth. Yeah, so I will show that. Let me pop that off, and I'm gonna pop that back on there. So I will also show up top here. So do you remember when they dress up the panda with the moose shoes? Like, basically, they dress up the panda with all the armor and everything. That's what that pin is. Yes. There's the other Harvey's pin. There's little brother. The Epcot symbol pin. That's a limited release. Maleficent. Brid, I'll double check. I have a bucket of stuff sitting next to me. You get both if you pick this one. You get the book and the bookmark if you pick that. The Cinderella, of course, is a limited edition. And then Nightmare Before Christmas book, Lady, talk about Bruno, Genie, and then in the corner there you go.
There we go. First one's running. Dollar start. You pick one. But honestly, like for Richard and I, what we did is we would go for walks in Ohio and we would just talk about like ideas of, just for,
How could
just
we
for laughs, just to
how
see like
but
could
it
we make this work?
and it eventually turned into, can we make this
Then
work?
we were like
And
serious about it. We talked enough about it. It was like talking ourselves into it.
I
So,
I literally put in my work, I put Central Florida, and then they messaged me. I won 3 CEO awards at Burlington.
Jared's going for Cinderella.
The big gigantic Cinderella in the middle. Good choice. Okay.
Next one's
So
going.
that's the thing, is like, we went into this whole thing of like, then all of a sudden they're like, we'll move you and we'll pave to move everything and blah 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 blah, and we're kind of like, we could do this.
Yeah.
And this is before we had anything to do with pins. That's just us moving down here and me working and going to Disney every once in a while.
Penny Poppins, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Which pin can we get for you?
Penny Poppins, also the name of the trash can at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, Penny Poppins.
Penny Poppins. You got to put in a cancellation on that. We can't do that for you. So you're gonna have to go into your purchases, and you got to go ahead and you have to do that. I think I talked about that earlier in the show.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and run this board again.
Next one's running.
It's $1 start. Wherever it goes, wherever you guys take it to, that's where it goes to. Yeah, so if you just got it, you have to go in there, you have to process it. We can't go in there and cancel it for you, but then we can approve it at the end of the show when we're all done.
So
It
you
happens.
really like living in Florida, and what would you tell someone maybe planning to move there? I do enjoy living here. I don't enjoy the heat, so I would say plan on always
Always being hot.
being hot.
It is really hot here, you know. It's
Cast pin put that
yes,
in.
there we
Our
go.
air conditioning, I feel, is like always running.
Always running.
Next one's go.
I mean the traffic is really bad here. They did fix it a little bit. I'm hoping that it stays fixed. But as more people keep moving here, I think it's going to get backed up again.
I
Um
do think over time, Jill, you do get a little bit used to the heat. I don't know. I'm like still on the fence
I'm not
because
100% used to it.
I feel like when I'm out at the parks, I'm sweating profusely and I look around and I don't see other people sweating profusely.
I
But then on the other
Mhm.
hand, I'm colder faster here, which wasn't the case a few years ago. So I feel like within the last like year or so, my blood has thinned a little bit.
Turning red. You're going for the book and the bookmark. Got that. Luis Chan. Next one.
One's going.
But that's the other thing is like so when like I went to the parks with Mason the other day and my father-in-law when they were here, and it was like I was like, "What do you want to do?" And he's like, and we were both saying it's hot.
It's hot.
Like we kept like he said it, I said it, Mason said it. Like it was just a hot day,
Yeah.
and so I couldn't imagine just like walking around. So it was like we went on Nemo, we went on what was it Soren or Living with the Land. We went on Living with the Land, and we went on Figment. And I told your dad's like, I'm good to go if you want to go, because he was hot, like he was tired. I could tell. Maleficent, good choice.
Unfortunately, right now we do not have Gravity Falls or Steam.
Oh, I wish.
Next one's
I
going.
did trade for Gravity Falls pins at the last pin event.
Yeah, but they did all sell.
They went like
right
5 seconds after I got them.
Yeah.
Supporting cast pins. We've had the supporting cast pins on every single board, and on the next 3 boards, I have a supporting cast pin on each one of the boards. So, like on every one of the boards for the last like 6 boards, I basically have had supporting cast pins.
Okay, AGM.
Toy Story spinners. I have a whole bunch of spinners over here. I'm looking to see what I get.
Mulan, Richard.
Which one?
Panda Mulan.
Oh, Panda. That's a great choice. The fact that Mushu's in the back, like controlling the whole entire thing's amazing.
Got 4 more picks off this board. It's running again.
And then we're gonna do the key series next.
How many are in that one?
5. So it'll be perfect. hmm Do you have any up spinner? I don't. See, the spinners are a rough one because I had what I had, and I don't know if I have any more because I have another bucket that had some more of them in there. So possibly
Marie with the bell.
Marie with the bell. We had the Oliver on the last board. That's from the same series.
Next one's going.
I don't think there was any Jungle Cruise tonight. The spinners are extremely popular. Like that's one of those ones where after I did my Hong Kong order and we ran them in the first show, but I knew I had another box of them still coming. Because I have like 3 separate orders of those coming. I mean, they have more of them coming out too, Pierce. So there are more of that series coming out.
JR, which one can we get for you? Do either of you have other hobbies besides pins? Nightmare book, please.
Nightmare book.
I used to read a lot. I have not read in several years now. Since we've been doing pins full time, well, I've been doing it full time. Next one's going. We got 2 more left on this board. I just don't have time for hobbies. It's sad.
Pierce, they might. I don't know which ones for sure, but I know they are making more of them. I played video games. I liked playing video games. That was something I did.
You don't really even do that.
Don't have time to do that.
There's no time.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Is you come down here and you're like half expecting to be on Florida time. You're on
Going
vacation
for the
time,
muses.
but it's the complete opposite. Time has flown.
Yeah, there is no vacation time down here. Is this the last pick on this board?
Yes.
Last pick on this board. So think about it. The pin group is a full-time job. My full-time job is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Being an adult and a parent is a full-time job. Um, doing whatnot is a full-time job. So we literally have like 4 or 5 full-time jobs each. So that's, I mean, being a spouse is like,
Bernie's going for Oliver.
I mean, being a spouse, is that the one?
I think it's that one. Yeah.
That's not Oliver
That's
though.
not Oliver?
That's Toulouse.
Is that the one that you're wanting?
That's
Bernie?
Marie's brother. Do you guys ever sleep for like 6 hours a day?
Thor doesn't let me sleep, I swear. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, Thor, he's always like on my pillow, and I just sleep so
Bye, board.
bad. I slept pretty decently at Riverside the other day.
Okay, so this is a pass holder exclusive set, the key set. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous set. You got Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Magic, Hollywood, and the monorail. I love this set. If you ever get these pins and they're not on the backer card, be very leery.
I want to just say really fast, Alyssa, I'm not sure what Facebook group you're referring to, but in our Facebook group, we do not allow pickups. So going to the Facebook group and asking for international pickups is not allowed, and it will get you suspended.
Yes.
Want to let you know that we don't allow it in our group.
No park pickups, no asking for park pickups.
Yeah.
People will post that they have.
Might be okay with it, but not.
We don't do that.
So you already said what was
$1 start. You're picking one of them. One of the keys. These are the pass holder exclusive. Your key to the magic. But yeah, so that's the biggest thing. Like, kind of when we're looking at after we got down here, and like getting into pins. It was a whole thing. So out of curiosity, why? Because so many people scammed or tried to scam and
collect your money and then don't
collect your money and then don't have the pins.
They don't actually have it.
So
that's the biggest reason.
yeah, they don't hold up their end of the bargain. So
Animal Kingdom used to be a cast member there. That's awesome.
Good choice. I like that it's got the elephant on the key down there. I'll show it up close, or at least as close as I can get it without it. There we go. Okay.
All right. Next one's running.
I mean, there's plenty of groups that do nothing but park pickups.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, guys. Even if you were doing park pickups, your park pickup people can't get the pins that they want. I'm seeing park pickup people, and I do feel bad for them to a point because they are providing a service to people. And now that they can't get you 4 of one pin, you're being abusive towards that person.
Yep.
Is that right? Heck no.
I've seen those posts.
I've seen that, and I feel bad for these people because they don't have the people to do that. And so, like, they don't have the ability to run and grab the stuff. So, it does stink to a point for them in that aspect because they were providing a service.
Yeah.
And then people will ask, like, why don't we put caps on, like, what people can charge for a pin, guys? I'm not the pin police. I don't run around the house going, be doo, be doo, be doo, be doo, with a little siren on my head.
All right, next one's going.
If you have property, you can sell it for whatever you want to sell it for. That is your right to do that.
35 seconds to get in on the giveaway before it runs. Yeah, it's definitely become a thing. People need to be kinder. Just be kind.
Thank you, Scylla. You got my minion reference.
Be kinder.
But it's not even just that. It's the fact of, like, you look at, like, what was it? The Winnie the Pooh pin today people were selling it for $55 in the group. It was selling for $80 on eBay. Like,
all right, Hope, which key would you like?
What do you want to pay? 55 or 80?
The monorail. Giveaways running.
Yeah, pins are collectibles. So are
More
Pokemon cards.
yes.
So are sports cards. They're all the same thing. It is a collectible item. It appreciates value. It depreciates in value depending on what it is. Like if they said tomorrow we're closing down the monorails and never going to have the monorails again, all monorail pins would become more
Yep.
expensive.
Next one's going. Man, if I would have said these two were the last two chosen, no way.
If you would have told me
No
Epcot
way.
and the castle were the
No
last two shows,
way.
I wouldn't have believed you.
No way.
I think the other piece of it is like if I'm going to Epcot with Julie, we can each get two pins.
Epcot, yay.
Yay! I mean, the castle's the last
Castle's
one, which is still
last. Shocking.
mind-boggling to me. But like, if me and Julie went to the parks tomorrow and they had the pins there, we would each be able to get two. So,
I know. It's
I mean,
so
I would
sad.
if you had told me the castle was the last one, I would have said you're crazy. There we go. One last look, and castle is the last
Castle
one.
is what you're bidding on. That's crazy. If you could just hand the whole thing to me after you show the winner.
You forgot about if you forgot about the next poo pin, it is gone. I'm unfortunate to tell you. I hope you're joking because it is gone.
Especially since Shop Disney decided to drop it at midnight.
Oh man, shop. You want to
And
talk about?
yeah, we had so many ups and downs in the group today because of Shop Disney release and in park releases too. It
Yeah,
was crazy.
that dropping at midnight or 3:30 in the morning, whatever it
No,
was.
they released it again around 3:30
Oh,
Central
jeez.
Time. I saw it in the group before we went
There we
live.
go.
People were saying it's live.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy to me. Like,
Imagine. And a lot of people called Disney too. And Disney
oh
said,
yes.
sorry, there's not much we can do about it. And they said it was sold out. It was a glitch. It went early. And then they released it later on
Mm-hmm.
in the day. Come on. No wonder
Older
people were
Cinderella,
mad.
Stitch Bigfoot from Paris, Groot, Mushu, Happiness is Drained. That is a limited edition Loungefly in the middle there with Hercules. Roxanne. The Hercules is also the what is it called? The supporting cast down there, Kevin and Carl, and then the nice little cluster pin. $1 start. Have at it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think about it this way, though. Disney lets you get two limited edition pins per person per day. That's what it is.
It's been that way for
It's
years.
been like that forever. There was even a point when you could get more than two pins
Hmm.
at a time. So the thing is like, I don't think anyone should feel bad for getting their two pins, you know? And if you're a family of whatever and you end up getting 10
Cast
pins,
pin.
you are entitled to that. Next one's running.
I think the biggest thing is like when you look at it, people are if you're going with like if me, Julie, and the kids went, we could each get two,
Yeah.
but we're not doing that. I'm not. I refuse to drag my kids to go do that because number one, my kids don't want to go to the park, because it's too hot. Number two, it's just kind of like it's kind of crazy.
Scylla BB8. Which one can we get for you?
Yeah, there are 49 other states that people live in.
There's two boards after this one.
Two after this one, and we have
Hercules in the center.
Hercules. Great choice on that one.
But yeah, I don't think that anyone should shame anyone else for getting what Disney allows them to get. Now, if they're going from one register to another shop, like that's an issue. That is an issue.
I
And
think
that's where I think Disney needs to scan you in. If you're a pass holder or whatever, scan it. Because if you're going to buy it without your pass, that's on you. But to buy it with your pass,
you should be allowed to get
that's
your two.
that
That's
is
that's you know
right.
that's
Mushu or
ultimately
AGM.
Mushu coming to you. I think you should get your two, and that should be it. But that's Disney. That's not how Disney has it set up.
Next one,
So
so
that's not how it is. Fragment here. Got that?
yeah, that's my hot take on it. I don't think anyone should be shamed about it. You know, if you're allowed to do it, because Disney says you're allowed to do it, it's just the people that are abusing it with
I mean,
going to other shops and going to other registers. You know that's a little bit much. Vernon Zell. That's specifically why Richard and I stopped doing park pickups a long time ago, because it makes you feel a certain way. You're like, I feel like
There
I'm
we go.
breaking the rule,
Next one.
and you are.
I mean, that's I just it is what it is. Like
It is what it is.
park pickup people, they do serve a purpose on that.
Uh-huh.
And like if you're expecting them to get you four of a limited edition that they can only like get two of at each park right now,
Yeah.
like you got to reset your expectations. If they get you one, you should be grateful at that point.
Right.
So I've shout out to the people that do that, that go do park pickups, because it is stressful, and I
Mhm.
can tell they're very stressed right now with it, and
Oh
that
yeah.
stinks.
All right, Deb, going for clarinet.
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle. I was like, wow, there's a clarinet. No, it's
No, we got
not
it.
your
We
fault.
got it, Dev.
Next one's going.
Get rid of the pin drop Tuesday. Just randomly release them throughout the week. I mean, that is another Brit.
Yeah.
That is a good call. I mean,
Mhm.
that is something. I think the reason they do that, Disney likes to sell out of their merchandise.
Yeah.
I will say this: the reason why it won't change is because Disney loves to sell out of merchandise.
Sure.
Like if you're sitting there and you know that you can sell out of everything within an hour of it dropping in the stores,
They're like clapping each other on the back,
they're
probably.
like high fiving each other in the
Yeah.
back.
Except for the poor cast members that are like working it.
Oh, and be nice to the cast members. I
Ashton.
keep getting cast members messaging me telling me that people are just not being nice.
Yeah. Roxy.
Like, go to the parks and be nice. It doesn't take that much.
Next one's going.
Don't beat them up.
Yeah, quit being mean. It's not you guys though. You guys are great.
You guys are the best.
I'm sure you guys
I've
are
heard only good
very
things.
nice to
I've heard all good things. All good things.
everyone. That's right. Yeah. Thanos is right. He is right. Thanos is right. As soon as social media hits and someone says, "Oh, I found the little silver baggies," everybody's flocking to the park.
Everyone and their mother is going to be there.
Everybody knows about
Yep.
it. It only takes one.
Bigfoot Stitch coming to you.
Years and years ago, it was in the pouches. I think it was the 2020 pouches.
Three more picks on this.
One's going. We were at Disney for Richard's birthday in
Mhm.
January, and they dropped the silver pouches that had the first editions of the castles in it. And we didn't say anything to anyone. We just went and we got our pouches and we opened them up, and we were in heaven.
It was
That
the
was
greatest.
before we sold on here.
Didn't tell anyone about it whatsoever.
Didn't post it in the
Didn't
group
post
until
it
after the fact.
anything until after the fact. We just went back to the room and opened them up and
Yeah,
like lived in the glory.
they
It
were
was wonderful.
great. Miz is going for Lion King. Do they release new pins on Tuesday at each park? Two pins left on this board. It's running.
Two more choices.
I went to Studios on Tuesday once, and they said they didn't get the new pins. That does happen
I mean, that
occasionally.
sometimes
They
happens,
are supposed to get it at every single park and Disney Springs.
but it can't happen.
But
Yeah.
it has happened in the past like that. And honestly, I think it's happened to Hollywood Studios. Wah, 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 wah. Christine 60001. Thank you so much for the raid.
Hope you had a great show. Thanks for popping in here.
Yes. Does anyone know if Pooh Pin came out today at Disneyland? Ooh,
Yes, it did.
did it?
Yes, it did.
They were posting it in the group.
They did. I saw them posting it in the
Kiki is going for the Bambi.
Bambi. Last pick on this board before this board goes bye bye. We have two boards left. And remember, we're doing 5 carded pins. Dollar starts in between the boards for you guys. But yeah, no, I think I'll be at Epcot tomorrow. I don't know what time. I don't know when. I gotta be there at 1:30 if I want to go on test track.
Heather Jack 40837. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family.
Which pin can we get for you?
And I'm gonna have the fantasy pins with me, so if you are there.
Have you tried out the new Geo bar?
No, Jeff, I saw
Do that.
Jeff did, and he said drinks good, and but it's only like small plates. It's only like appetizers.
Um, he's going with a cast member to go on the because they're doing the
They're doing the
cast
cast previews right
previews
now.
right
I
now.
have cast member friends because they're my best friends.
Well,
Julie's my best friend.
we don't have any popsicles in today's show. No,
We've had Hercules on every single board.
Heather, just let us know which one you're going for. You get the last pick on this board. Julie, then the cats, then the kids, then the cast members.
In that,
You put the cats in front of the kids, Richard.
no, the kids are quite comical. I will say this: like you raise three kids completely the same, but they're all completely different, but they're all
I
hilarious.
put my dogs in front of the kids.
Wow.
I mean, they are your babies too, though. They are. They're my kids. I'm around my cats more than I am my kids, I feel. So, can someone tag Heather Jack to let her know that we're just waiting on her pick? We can always put this board away, run those five.
Yeah, we'll put this off the
We're
side.
running five pins.
We're gonna run some carded pins for you. I got three more spinners that I found right next to me here. So I'm gonna do those three spinners first. Turning red is the first of the spinners, and that is a $1 start.
There we go. All right, she says Cinderella. Where's Cinderella at?
Oh, Cinderella in the top corner.
All right,
I'll show it
yeah.
right after this one's done, Heather, and we'll just verify that for you. Bye, board.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Norwell.
My kids are always saying, I love the dog more than them. I say he doesn't talk back. Yes.
Grace.
Grace.
And then Heather, there is your Cinderella and the horse. There's that, babe. Next, we got Monsters Inc. spinner. That'll be our next spinner.
There it goes. Dollar start.
I think that might be the of sitting next to me. I think this next one is the last spinner that I have that's next to me. I know I have more of them somewhere. I love this series. Yeah, this series is great. More of this. Keep doing more of this.
Jen, congrats. That was something that you guys used to always tease me about when Sheba was still alive. That you love Sheba more than
Oh, you definitely love Sheba more than any of us.
my baby.
Sheba was definitely your baby. $1 start on the Finding Nemo spinner.
And you know when a cat makes you their human and that's all they want is you. Oh my god.
That's what it was.
That was Sheba.
Yeah.
Sheba was my baby and I was hers. It was like beautiful. So beautiful. All smiles. Congrats. You just hit fragments here.
Next, limited edition of 3,500. It is a Walt Disney World with fireworks and everything. I'm surprised Julie hasn't taken this from me. Ellie, a 3,500, $1 start.
There we go. And I'm going to put another giveaway up. There we go. Next giveaway is running.
My cat spoons with me and only with me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I will say this: Marie is Marie.
Fancy.
Fancy is a equal lap opportunity layer,
Oh, yeah.
depending on it. Thor will now lay in my arm in the middle of the night.
Bye, Krasha. Happy birthday, Krasha Mom.
Night, Karasha.
Congrats, Lisa-chan.
There you go. Nice grab on that one. Disneyland Paris. Stitch and Scrump Kite. $1 start. And then we've got two boards left, so 10 pins off of each of those boards. And like I said, I still have some more stuff mixed in that we're going to be doing as far as the dollar starts go for you guys.
I don't know. I heard Fancy at the beginning of the show. She was out here crying, talking to the ceiling.
She was, but I don't
She
know where
was.
she went to.
I
Yeah.
think she's laying with Evelyn. I think they're all laying with Evelyn. Congrats, Brian.
Good grab on that one, Brian. Here we go. Next board. Bell and the book actually closes, which is kind of interesting. So there's that one. Contemporary there. Mushu, Paris. Stitch, the dancing
Aurora.
Aurora, Maui. I'll leave that open. Maui. Tangled is a
Swinger?
swinger. And then the pin on pin gigantic stitch pin with the ducks
Does it glow?
and scrum. No, that does not
The
glow.
moon?
No,
No?
no, it definitely doesn't glow. It's glittery, but it doesn't glow. And there's another cross stitch, Luke and Darth Vader. Some Sword in the Stone down there, and then Encanto is the um, supporting cast down there at the bottom.
There
I
we
love
go. That one's
Hercules and
running.
Pegasus also.
Pick one. Is the Mickey and Minnie holding hands a lounge buy?
Um, no, it's box lunch.
Box lunch. I have and love the Stitch caption.
It's a gorgeous pin.
By the look of it, it just looked like the back would glow, like there's something there.
There ain't nothing on there that's glowing.
Little J going for the big stitch.
There we go.
All right, next one's going. Wow, that's a big boy.
And then we've got one more board, but like I said, we have other stuff coming as far as the dollar starts go. Ow, my elbow. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, Tangled is a swinger. All right,
No,
Monica,
no
going for
comment.
Remy.
Going for Remy. Oh, I like that they made that stained glass, that series. Next one.
Yep.
I got my 5 pins put aside. We're doing it, Julie.
Let's push through this. The chat's getting quiet.
Yeah, chat got really
Come on,
quiet.
let's go.
Everyone wake up.
Let's go. We got this board and one more board.
We're almost there,
We're
guys.
almost there.
Like, let's finish strong.
Home run.
Let's not like barely limping across the finish line here.
All right, Alyssa.
Top 5 attractions and go. Top 5 attractions. Cosmic Rewind, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Dinosaur, Dancing Sleeping Beauty, Dinosaur, and I'll go with Expedition Everest.
Next one's running.
Those are my top 5.
They sound pretty solid. I think I would go for pretty much all of those too.
What's your favorite new pin series? The fairy tales, the Ariel that just came out this week. That is the nicest series so far this year.
Elizabeth Den 71064. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. And yes, money does not count at Disney. Like when you go to Disney, money doesn't count.
Pixar Lamb.
Pixar Lamb.
15 seconds before the giveaway runs. There's only 128 of you in there. It's for one of the Once Upon a Summer pins from Whatnot. All right, next one's running. We have been on a Disney cruise, but it was 22 years ago. It was on our honeymoon. So this will only be our second time going on it, but this will be my third cruise because I was on a Disney cruise for graduation.
The Figment pin total right now is 731.
All right, Hack, which one are you going for? And Rachar, you got the giveaway.
Going for Belle.
But I highly recommend a Disney cruise. But we were also watching a YouTuber the other day.
I mean,
next one's going, and they were doing
Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean looked pretty good. I might be doing a Royal Caribbean cruise after my Disney cruise.
I don't know. We might be cruising now. I don't know.
How would you explain fake pins to kids when they just want to trade for whatever they love on the board? Don't try to teach kids fake pins.
Thomas, which one?
Until they're to a certain age. Until your kids are to a certain age, don't teach them. Don't take the fun away of pin trading. Yeah. Let them just trade for whatever they want. I mean, there's a lot of ways. 4 more picks on this board. There's a lot of ways that you can go ahead and get like $3 to $5 pins in our pin group, and you don't feel that bad about it. Let them trade for whatever they want to trade for. Let them have a good time. Don't put that burden on your kids. Now, there are kids that are a little bit older in like their younger teens or 10 to whatever.
Amber Cole 120, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. I would say this. just let them go and do it. But there are kids that are a little bit older
Deal.
that do want to learn about it.
You're missing all of the amazing cruise line talk, Richard.
I'm talking. 3 more picks
Next
on the
one's
board.
going.
I'm trying to keep the conversation
We're
moving.
all talking about these amazing cruises. DCL is the best, someone said. Isn't that the ones that you were looking at before?
DCL is Disney Cruise Line.
Oh,
Disney
I
Cruise Line
really
is the
want
best. Yes,
this.
DCL is the best.
DCL, Disney Cruise Line, yeah.
I mean, so I think I want to try something different after we do this, because I told Julie we're going to become
It's
cruisers.
expensive. I mean, going on a Disney cruise is expensive.
Yes, we're going to become cruisers though.
Cheyenne, we're going for Starbucks.
Like I want to go. I want to be a cruiser. I want to start going on
Do a Royal. Trust me,
pink-
do a Royal.
Royal Caribbean.
Next one's going. 2 more left on this board. So you have a pin collection you don't like, something you thought they could have done better.
Oh, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's been some Figment pins that have come out. Like they did the artist series with Figment, and they did 4 different, and Fugment is one of them.
Yeah.
And I think like they completely dropped the ball, but it was the artist's interpretation at that point. So I think like stuff like that they could have done better. They did, like, I think my biggest problem with Disney isn't that.
Last pick on this board.
Last pick on the board. It's the quality control issues that you see a set on the pictures and you're like, oh, that's cute. Then you open it up and you're like, oh wow, the quality control's terrible. Like it's got, like, the backs look rough, whatever it may be. It's not crisp. And it's just like, man, if this pin was like crisp, the colors were right, it'd be great.
Rachel Bell 592. Thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guy Pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Going for Baby Herc in the corner there. Good choice.
Yes, when we go on our cruise, we actually do have a balcony this time.
Yes.
And so, because before we were in like the middle of the ship, we didn't even have a porthole. So I was like, if we're doing this, I want to have a room with a balcony because I want to be able to go out.
Julie, do you want to give them your theory? I believe your theory. I've heard this from all. I've heard this from my little birdies, and I didn't even tell you this. When do you think the new hidden Disney pins are going to show up on the boards?
On the boards?
When do you think the new hidden Disney pins?
What was my
We had this theory. We just talked about this.
I don't remember my
Okay,
theory.
so
You're putting me on the spot. I
so
don't remember.
they showed that the Donald pin is coming out this month.
Yes.
I believe when that Donald pin comes out, they're going to have the pins on the boards.
Yeah, that was.
So that is this month, July. So 2 sets in July, 2 sets in August, 2 sets in September. October, they're going to drop the bags, just like they did earlier this year. I'm banking on it.
Because they did them in progression releases with the cast members.
Mm-hmm.
So the bags didn't come out until they were done releasing them with the cast members. So that was our theory.
That was the theory, and I've heard that from multiple reliable sources.
So we'll see.
That they're probably coming very soon.
All right, what you got?
Oh, in the original bag, Monsters Inc. pin, gorgeous pin, $1 start. Let's go.
There we go. When are they restocking the first wave of 2025? I would be sad if wave 2 comes out of the parks before wave 1 gets restocked.
They're going, yeah, it's going to be coming up anytime.
They've been releasing the Disneyland ones, so I'm sure it's coming.
We usually get our restock 2 weeks after. Okay. 2 weeks after Disneyland. When did Disneyland get them? 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago, guys, that we started seeing them in the group. They're gonna be here any minute. Mm-hmm. You're gonna see a restock on them. They're gonna come back, and everyone's gonna grab them. Dab, great grab on that one. Next, limited edition of 5,000. Julie's favorite pin.
Yes.
Well, happiest place on earth. I agree with you on that one. $1 start. Let's go.
If you see it, you know.
Walt Disney Classic original.
That is Walt Disney in the picture, by the way. Oh, hubby and I try to get deck 7 or above. Also, I get the C bands and have on hand just in case. Yeah, that's a good.
Just in case you need them. I mean, that's a yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be on deck 8 when we go. Deck 8 is concierge. Where's
yes.
So I'm excited. That's what
Shh, don't
I
say that,
said.
Stitch.
You can't unsee it. Music lover 122, thank you so much for your first purchase with Figment Guide pins.
Welcome to the Figment family. Next, limited edition of 1500, still in the original baggie. 2004 Disneyland. Julie's like, oh, let's get all these patriotic pins going on over here. $1 start. Let's go.
I know you can't unsee it once you saw it, but. And this is an Independence Day pin as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, patriotic. I mean, it's almost that time. That got dark out quick.
It is 8:30.
It is 8:30. That is true.
Season. Congrats, SK Nurse.
SK Nurse, congratulations. A limited edition of 450. This was from the Pin Gathering event. The Seven Dwarfs there. $1 start on that.
There you go.
And then we've got one board, and then we have 5 more dollar start carded pins that we'll do, including 2 crazy ones. But I don't know if you guys are ready for them.
Right, Ashton. Congratulations.
Including a Figment and Dreamfinder pin, which I definitely don't think you're going to be ready for.
Ms. says, I'd like to make an offer of $15 on the Mulan Bling Blackboard. It would be one less pin off your hands. Is that the one where their guy is dressed up?
Yeah, I think so. That's the one where you're talking the one where he's dressed up. $1 start, 2 pin series.
Have you gone through all the D23 catalogs? Yes.
I mean, I went through the catalogs. I literally already know kind of what my rankings would be on a lot of the stuff because, of course, Figment, I hate to say Figment's got to be number one on that. So that's what it's going to be.
Thankfully, there's only 2.
Thank goodness. That's the most important thing is just having 2 Figments.
Stamp. What's the LE size on the stamp?
I don't want to think about it.
No?
I'm going to get it. And it doesn't matter. I'm going to trade. If I don't get it, I'm going to trade for it. Congrats. I mean, I have somebody that went and told me that I could go ahead and have I could have their RSP for the upper package, which would guarantee me pretty much any pin I wanted.
Oh, wow.
But it's $800.
Yeah.
This guy?
That guy? Ms. Yes.
Go ahead and pop it on there, babe.
There you go.
Such sass this pin is giving. And then we've got the last board. And then we're going to jump into Martinzel. Congratulations. Last board we're going to jump into, and then we have 5 pins for you guys. So you got big old Lady and the Tramp pin. 101 Dalmatians. Winnie the Pooh book. Marie. If you pick Max and Goofy, you get both of them. So, and they're in Christmas pajamas. Yes. Moana. This is a limited release for the Princess pin. Elliot is a limited release also. The big old Mulan with the thing, Pizza Planet, and then Princess and the Frog, the supporting cast pin. Remy's up there. This is a good board. Let's go. $1 start. Let's go.
Sounded like you got stuck between Mulan and Moana.
I was kind of like, I think I was.
What's gonna come out?
It was in that ballpark. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I'll just say it definitely was in that ballpark.
And I can't help it. Every time I see Elliot, I want to say E.T. Elliot.
Elliot.
All right, Jen, which one are you going for? First pick off the board. The cast pin, please.
Oh, yes. There we go. I had somebody that had like the whole set, including
Next one's
Ariel, and I didn't know, like, I was just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if the value's there. I like the set.
seems like it's always one of the first pins pulled off the boards.
It is. I'll agree with that.
Lisa Chan, which one can we get for you? Ariel is my favorite cast pin. You and everybody else.
Yeah, you and everyone
that
else.
one is like so hard to find, and when you find it, it's super expensive. The Pooh book.
Winnie the Pooh book. Next one.
I gotta put a giveaway up again. Let me do that.
Like Julie pulled these pins, so I have to run these pins.
And then my pins are gone.
Well, that's the ones you chose. She's like, "Oh, we gotta run these," and I was like, "Okay, yeah,
Yep.
we'll definitely do that."
I chose them.
I got you, babe.
Brew Callie, which one can we get for you?
And then I got two that I pulled for the last. Going for Elliot.
Can I see a close up of Pizza Planet?
Yes, Pizza Planet is a stained glass pin.
Okay, next one's running. Why Figment, Richard?
Why Figment?
Why Figment?
I've told the story before. Have you not heard the story? Do I got to tell the story? All right, I'll tell the story. So, 1983, we traveled down here on vacation. I think I was 2 years old. My mom took me on the ride, said I was kicking my feet the whole entire time, and
Elizabeth's going for Pizza Planet.
going for Pizza Planet. I was kicking my feet the entire time, having such a good time. Went to the gift shop at the very end. Next one. Went to the gift shop at the very end, and there was a pyramid of stuffed animals, and I grabbed the Figment stuffed animal off the pile from my stroller, and I started slobbering on it. So she says she had to get it for me. And it legitimately was one of those things that I had packed it away with a lot of my Disney stuff when we moved to our house.
Elbadell.
And when I remember when I unpacked it, and I got emotional like when I unpacked it, like when I found it, like from I didn't think I still had it. Like I thought I had gotten rid of it at some point, or it had just been like lost into the world, and I still had it. And it's always been Figment.
Good story. And he's right behind you on the shelf.
He is right
Always
behind.
watching.
He is right behind me. He's the one in the middle.
Yeah,
I have three of them, but he's the one in the middle.
Elbadell, which one can we get for you? Hopefully Elbadell didn't swipe out of the show by accident. Okay, there you are. 101 donations.
There we go. 5 more picks. But yeah, no, it was just that's how it ended up being. And I had about 30 of them before. I've told the story before when we go show the board, but I had about 30 to 40 Figment pins when we moved down here. And I basically went and I made the decision. I was like, I'm going to collect them all. Why not? And I did it.
Lisa Chan.
It's no problem.
Okay. Four Town, yay.
4 Town forever.
I would have chosen that too. All right, next one's going. Reminder that this is your last chance if you want any of the pins in the buy it now. That is going to get completely deleted out of there after this show.
Yep, that'll all be gone. And come to a pin event.
Little's going for Wally.
There we
I think
go.
he has to recount his Figment pins because he's gotten a few new ones since the last time he counted.
731, I believe, is the count I'm at right now.
Ursula Girl. Are these AP?
No, these are not artist proofs.
Anything that we sell as artist proof go on
That would go on cards, yeah. And it'll clearly say artist proof.
Lady in the Tramp, please.
Lady and the Tramp. Oh, good choice.
Is Pua a part of a set? Ooh, that's a pretty pin.
Pua is part of a set. It's a train set, basically like parade train set. They all connect
Two
together.
more left on this board. It's running again.
How do you know you have them all? So there's this crazy thing called pin picks. And when you go on there and you type in Figment, you basically get a gigantic list of pins. And you start marking them off one by one. And you just keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that as you keep getting them. And eventually, then you have what's called all of them. After you get all of them, then you're done.
Deb, which one can we get for you? Goofy Christmas.
Goofy Christmas with the Max. You get both of them.
Giveaway is about to run. And this is the last auction on this board.
And actually, I'm actually more complete than what Pin Picks is at this point because I have 3 pins that they don't even have.
Kathy Pan, congratulations.
Which Figment pin was the hardest for you to obtain? I mean, there was one that was a cast exclusive that was given to Disney Store employees for coming up with like a good idea, and it was called One Little Spark of Inspiration with Figment on it, and they got it with a watch. That was really hard. Like that one was hard to find. And then they basically when Disney Store went belly up, all these pins went to Disneyland, and they had all these pins at Disneyland, and they basically cast members had a chance to get them, and that one was the hardest one to get for the while because like you had to find somebody that was a cast member at that point in time. Okay. Julie and her patriotic pins. 12 months of magic. $1 start. 4th of July. Even says 4th of July.
Pinpicks, PINPICS
Mm-hmm.
.com. But if you go to that, that's actually a good idea too. If you're coming to like a pin event and you want to like have an idea of some pins that you're in search of, you can go on there. You can actually print out a list of pins that you're in search of.
Nurse.
I've seen a lot of people with those lists.
Still brand new in the baggie. Animal Kingdom, 4th of July, limited edition. There we go. $1 start. Hello.
Hello, hello.
But no, it was not a very easy task to do, we'll say that. It took a lot to get it, and I got very lucky that people were getting rid of a lot of collections during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That escalated the process very quickly. I think that took like 4 to 5 years off of my searching for pins between that time. Because there was
Kiki.
Congrats. D23 exclusive, the Coco guitar. These were like the magic items that you had in the mystery bags that you could get when you signed up. So D23 exclusive, $1 start.
What character appears the most on pins? Mickey?
I would say Mickey's probably right there. It has to be Mickey. For the longest time, like they were making. Do you know how many pins have Tinkerbell on it?
Yeah.
Like Tinkerbell's another one that I think is kind of crazy.
How did you get the pin with the watch, or just the watch?
I got the pin. I didn't get the watch.
Yeah.
The lady kept the watch, or because she basically said her dad won it, and she wanted to keep the watch to like remember her dad, but she didn't have any attachment to the pin, but she wanted some traders. So I gave her like 10 WDI pins for it.
And Disney Mom.
Congratulations. Disneyland Paris, Queen of Hearts and the King of Hearts 2-pin set, $1 start. Let's go. What's that?
I thought that was a consigned.
That's ours. Yeah. I have a bucket here. That's mine.
But I pulled that for you to run.
There you go. No yawning, sorry. My bad. My bad.
It's getting close. Congrats, Deb.
I mean, there's so many Tinkerbell pins, and then there was a lot of Jessica, but then they stopped making Jessica pins because Disney doesn't own the full rights to Roger Rabbit or Jessica Rabbit. They only own 50% of the rights, where Amblin Entertainment, Steven Spielberg's company, owns the other 50%. Ooh, Julie.
Ooh.
Limited edition of 2000. This was the welcome pin at the One Family Pin event. One of my favorite pins ever made. I didn't even look at it. Is it signed by Jess? Not signed by Jess. This is created by Jess Willis. She is the head of Disney Pins. $1 start.
That was a great pin event. I liked the One Family pin event.
I mean, there's a lot of pins on there that I'm like, I'm not there are a lot of Figment pins that I'm kind of like, I kind of have it because you gotta have it. Like, there is no not. One Family event was my favorite event that we went to.
Yeah, it's great.
That was the last one that was at the at Epcot.
Yeah.
And I think there was something a little bit magical about going to it at Epcot. Lindy Wee, congratulations. Dreamfinder and Figment on a pin. You can't beat it. Julie,
Yes.
that's it.
That is it.
That's all she wrote.
That is it. And just in the nick of time too, because he started yawning.
I did yawn. I did yawn.
And yawns are contagious.
Yawns are very contagious.
But that was a good 3-hour show, 3 hours and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Reminder that there is no show this Friday. Normally we would have a 6 o'clock, no show this Friday. We have our pin event. So hopefully if you guys are in the Orlando area, you're coming to our pin event on July 5th. That starts at 9 o'clock, goes to 5 p.m.
Mhm.
and it is free. And then Sunday we'll be on at 12 o'clock here on Whatnot. And you
In the
guys,
afternoon.
yeah,
Not
12
at night.
o'clock in
The afternoon.
And you guys will be able to see everything.
Do
that
the
we
jazz
did
hands
for-
again. But we'll see you
So, yeah,
guys.
have a great
If you're
night.
coming to the pin event, can't wait to see you guys. Don't forget to introduce yourself. Get a name tag.
We have name tags.
Put your Whatnot name on there. Put your regular name on there, guys. I'm excited to see everyone. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you on Sunday.
See you Saturday and Sunday.